Should he run his mouth, run the fit, let him get a chance. Run, fit, run, fit, run the fit, run, fit, run, fit, run the fit, fit, run, fit, run the fit. Push the ain't running night, push the ain't running night. Sissy wanna draw, bitch, run the fit. Yeah, sissy wanna draw, bitch, run the fit. Yeah, sissy wanna draw, bitch, run the fit. Run the flag, run the fucking flag. Sissy wanna talk, bitch, run the flag. Yeah, sissy wanna talk, bitch, run the flag. Yeah, sissy wanna talk, bitch, run the flag. Yeah, run the flag, run the fucking flag. Pussy asshole, run the fake, nigga. Touch your pride too late, nigga. Hands like that to the face, nigga. He won't beat that steak, nigga. Keep running your mouth and I'm playing with you. Say it to my face, let me run the picture. Boy, hands too fast, I'm not playing with you. Trouble on sight, that's afraid, nigga. Sissy wanna draw, bitch, run the fade. Yeah, sissy wanna draw, bitch, run the fade. Yeah, sissy wanna draw, bitch, run the fade. Yeah, run the fade, run the fucking fade.
Yo, what is up, fellas? What is going on, fellas? So, from the title and the thumbnail, I'm gathering you guys can probably guess what this live stream is going to be about, right? It's about Ninja Godot. Now, many people have likely noticed that his channel has completely disappeared, and some of his Discord accounts have disappeared, and so have his Discord servers. So, this stream's going to be telling you guys about, what kind of happened regarding that, why Godot, kind of disappeared a little bit, and it has to do with, him becoming a predator, allegedly, right? Allegedly. So, here's a screenshot real quick that you may be interested in. Okay, that is not the screenshot that I was supposed to put on screen. That is the screenshot I was supposed to put on screen. So deleted user is Ninja Godot, right? That's him. I'm not sure who he said this to. It was blurred out by the person that sent it me. So Ninja Godot says, I essentially was watching Corn in a public setting with a supposed 21-year-old who was effing 11. I feel effing disgusting. I effing. And this person put watching Corn with anyone who isn't your so is kind of weird regardless. Ninja Godot says, I'm sorry. And then someone says, but you didn't know how old she was. And Ninja Godot says, I didn't, but that just my effing brain. I'm beyond effing disgusted with myself. I don't effing, man, I need therapy. No, I need to effing power through this shit. I have a job to do. So basically he's saying that he watched Corn with an 11-year-old girl, right? He claims he didn't know this girl was a 11-year-old. He thought she was 21 years old. Now there's a lot of claims going around. He thought she was 18. But he ended up saying she was 21. But many people believe this is a lie. Many people believe he was very aware that this person was actually 11 years old. So Ninja Godot, the predator hunter, turned out he himself was watching Corn in a Discord server with an 11-year-old. That is wild. Now, that is one of the many reasons this man deleted his YouTube channel and Discord accounts. Earlier on today, I had a VC with Rev, so I thought I would pop that up on the screen. Also, there is another person in the call. It was someone called Wendy Ho. So yeah, it's like 30 minutes long, so I apologize, but I didn't want to cut anything out because I wanted it to be raw as possible so everyone could hear what the original was. But yeah, this is the call I had earlier with Wendy Ho and Rev regarding Ninja Godot.
Absolutely no idea.
Who was this? This 11-year-old was just someone they met randomly on the internet. Oh, hello, Zexio.
That was actually.
Hello, you two sexy men.
I saw your live stream and I thought that I would get fucking ahead of the game because I've been fucking not saying very much. Effectively, I've had people threatening the fucking people that I care about. There's been threats of fucking revenge porn and all kinds of fucking other shit. So, seeing this live come out, really my first thought was, how did you find out? I don't expect you to tell me, because it's probably somebody that told it to you in confidence.
Yeah, it was somebody from your community. They've told me not to say who they are.
Yep.
Because they're
No,
quite
that's fine.
close to you, I think.
I think I have an idea who it might be. But obviously, you know, at this point, I don't care. My community at this point is a fucking gaming community. I haven't spoken to fucking Godot in, God, it's been like fucking a month now.
Wendy Ho, what is the file you sent me?
Oh, hang on. I think I sent it to the wrong thing.
But I'm not sure, like, what details you've been told.
Yeah, I've been told that he was watching on porn with an 11-year-old.
Right.
And they gave me I guess his real name and his location.
Right.
That was about it, and they said they would send me proof, but they haven't.
Right. Okay, I could probably get hold of some proof for you. But kind of the TLDR, when I had met him, he was involved with numerous other people and I was invited into a group chat. Now, the girl, she had stated that she was 21. She had stated that to everybody in the group chat, right? So then there was Bog got added to the group chat. I had kind of gone off to do my own fucking thing, and there was calls going off in the group chat. I believe there was also a server which I was not in, and I think that was for him to talk to. I think it might have been Riley, and this girl was present in there. She had told everybody again that she was 21. Now, Bog had joined the VC at one point, and I wasn't there, and he sent me a message, and he said, "This seems really fucking untoward, because we're talking about a pedophile, and this girl is really, like, not fucking mentally mature at all." And I said, "Oh, well, that's interesting, because she's been telling everybody that she's 21. Now, this goes, I'm trying to think about how long ago this even fucking was, because I just took it at face value. But with his, like, recent behavior of shit getting deleted, and him being he's been really fucking backstabby and slimy with me and the people that I care about. So I don't even know what to fucking believe anymore. So all I'm left with is this, you know, Bog had gone in there. We'd found out that this girl was actually 17. I had said to her, "Look, you really have no involvement in any of this. You shouldn't be involved in any of this. I am promptly removing you from my fucking friends list." And then I find out, a little while later, that Godot had apparently been watching, I guess, pornography when she was present. I don't know if it was. It definitely wasn't in a private instance. I think it was in a server where numerous people were present. Now, he tells me he knew how old she was. But lately, I'm really, you know, he's going to have to state it himself for the record, but I don't think that he will. I only know what he's told me. So when we had found out that she was 17, about a year later, a 13-year-old popped up and was messaging Godot and was telling him, hey, there's this girl who is 18 and she's talking to me inappropriately, right? So I had thought, oh, well, she was 17, she's 18 now. We then later find out that she is in fact neither 21, 18, or 17. She's fucking 11. Now, she used a voice changer quite fucking religiously, and she came across as really just hyper and energetic. I didn't fucking think much of it. I didn't really think much of it at all. As insane as that sounds. Because I honestly did not fucking know. I only know what he had told me. Now, he was the one that had found out how old, quote unquote, she actually was. So,
if you remember,
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry, man. If you remember when he had that Miss Cocoa Butter Discord account,
Mhm.
he started crying because you exposed it being him, and he told me he was upset because he was having like real, like personal conversations with children on there, and he was pretending to be a little girl. If you remember,
Right, yeah.
so it's almost like
The
I saw this
the
coming.
Miss Cocoa Butter account got really fucking out of control. Now, even when he had stopped talking to me, he was still using it. He was using it in his personal server with his friends, and I said I need to which was why I put the statement out. It was like this was a decoy. I want everybody to know who they're talking to. You know, I was kind of partially ridiculed, like why would he do that? But really, I think it was one of the best things that I ever did because it allowed him not to use that fucking account anymore and that persona.
Yeah,
And I don't know if you that persona quickly became just who he was 24/7.
Yeah, and he was
24
having like he was literally pretending to be a little girl, and he was having like he was building friendships with real children on that account.
You have,
I
like,
only
screenshots and
know
stuff of this, or like a film, like actual tangible stuff of
well,
him
I
doing
only
this?
know from what I've seen of him using the account in servers to decoy predators, right? And you know, for a time it fucking worked. The amount of fucking CD people on Discord that would just see a child in a VC by themselves that would join and fucking, you know, be weird about it was fucking crazy. So I only saw that side of it. A lot of this stuff he's kind of kept very hush hush, and even now, he fucking hasn't told me. He hasn't told me anything. Not a fucking thing. But I did the last time that I spoke to him. I got really fucking pissed off with him because to me, he was sharing his DMs with a certain person, which I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, and he was gassing up this certain person to start reporting predator hunters to the what is it fucking called? It's like Adult Protective Services. It's what is it? It's CPS, but like for
Oh yeah,
autistic adults, right?
you talking about Mark, right?
Right.
Yeah, he
Yes,
got
yes, but no.
yeah, I heard Mark's got in trouble for going after a crippled guy or some shit.
A crippled guy. I'm not sure if I've heard that one yet.
Fuck, I forgot his name. He was going after some cripple, has got autism or something, and adult. There's the people you mentioned went after Mark because of it.
I'm trying to so there was the incident, and it was in a Kitty Paquita video where we were talking to this guy who had proclaimed that he had received CP from 3 separate people. And this was happening in Kitty's service. It was recorded and uploaded to her channel. So really all we were doing was asking him questions. Now, what happened after that, I don't know. But Kitty is... I mean, I don't know what you think about Kitty. As a person, I really don't like her. I really don't. I've said that to her face too, so... But she's one of the people that's been getting shit for, you know, like you will not talk to. It's been literally you will not talk to Rev. If you talk to Rev, I'm going to do this, 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 and this to the people that you care about.
Yeah.
So she was terrified. She still hasn't like re-added me or anything like that. And to be honest, I kind of don't want her to at this point, but we keep each other
I
at
think she
arms.
deleted her Discord. I mean,
Did she?
I'm not affiliated with either you or anyone else, but I had her added for a bit for the BMI situation.
So before I play any more of that, I'm gonna add someone on the stage real quick. Just put that in the background for now. It does get more crazier with what Rev claims. So
Greetings, everyone. First things first, how has everyone's days have been going?
pretty good.
Thank you. But first things first, I just want to thank Zexio for giving me an opportunity to be in this video. Considering what Godot has done and what Rev has done. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys about... This whole thing about Rev happened recently, like before this live stream was even out. I'm gonna say this. When I was holding Havoc accountable, both Havoc and Godot for the stuff they did, I'm gonna say this. I find it extremely concerning that Rev just came here. The moment I mentioned Rev, he just went out cuckoo crazy. Yeah, you have it indeed. I'm really sorry that you really had to hear this, Sloppy. But yeah, that's the truth. You wanted to protect me. Dude.
You said Havoc did something to you or Godot or something?
Yes. Havoc did something to me, yes. He did mock a minor for being groomed. If you know this guy... If you know what I'm talking about, I pretty much sent it, like the image or the screenshot.
Oh yeah, I see them.
What really angers me than just that is considering that it's like Havoc pretty much took advantage of my empathy. He basically knew that I had empathy towards the 14-year-old who has been groomed, and for some reason, Havoc just mocked me saying that I was just being dumb. Like, what is wrong with that guy? Yep, exactly. I know, it is pretty disgusting. It is despicable. Every time I look at this, I'm really, really angry. I really get upset.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
Are you growling?
Yeah, of course I'm growling.
Man, I speak to way too many Americans, man. It's making me lose brain cells.
Yeah, I don't blame you for losing brain cells, honestly. Every time I see this, makes me lose brain cells as well, bro. I'm sorry if I'm calling you, bro.
Oh, no. So Rev's just joined the chat, so I'm going to add Rev in real quick.
Alrighty then.
You can leave if you want to, but
Hello.
Yeah.
Or you want you're gonna leave?
No. I'm not. I'm just gonna stay here for now.
Okay. Okay. Well, hello, Rev. Welcome in, bro.
Sorry it took me so long.
No, it's all good.
Nah. So yeah. It's okay.
So I thought
Okay.
instead of playing the rest of that clip, maybe you could, say the rest of it.
So what's sort of been touched on already? It's the
About the the lolly and stuff like that.
the lolly stuff. Yeah, I suppose the reason why I stopped talking to him is because the lolicon stuff had come into conversation again, and I was pretty adamant. I said, "Look, this is flat out illegal where you live. There's no two ways about it. It's not protected by the First Amendment. That is an insane thing to say. It is not creative liberties." I had made him aware of somebody in his social circles who, from what I could tell, was following these same sorts of pages, right? That's the only thing that I can really say. There doesn't seem to be any evidence of him interacting with these pages, but he was definitely following these pages. And I had told Godot, I'd said, look, this is really not good. This guy had his X account linked to his Discord profile, and I had said this really isn't that great. So you need to deal with this and deal with this guy. And he had said to me, okay, I will deal with it. And then he claimed that he had dealt with it and he had spoke to the guy, this, that, and the other. It came to the point where he had gone behind my back. Godot had gone behind my back and had said, no. The guy didn't do anything wrong. This is just Rev blowing things out of proportion. So me seeing a profile following a bunch of these lolicon Japanese weird porn accounts was me apparently blowing things out of proportion, allegedly. Now, I didn't want to see a repeat of the Havoc thing. I thought I'd already not mentioned that and not aired that out because I thought somebody else had already done it. So if I remove this guy from my social circle, bing bang bong, it's fucking done and I don't have to deal with it anymore. Now, obviously, this is different because it involves the guy who ran the channel, the guy that I've spent the last 2 years doing these confrontations with. So
Yeah.
I had messaged him and I'd said, look, we really need to talk about this, or you need to let me talk to this guy. And he basically said, what, you don't trust me? And I said, honestly, not really. I don't, because it seems to me like you're just not being honest with me about what you're doing about it. Truthfully. That was what was confusing to me. There's been a lot of assumptions that I'm like okay with this material, and really it's just like I don't know where people are getting that from. I've never.
The only person I saw defending Lolicon was Godot.
Well, there was a live stream roundabout when Havoc got outed, and it was I believe Sloppy was invited to it. I was not there. I did not join, and it was about he was trying to compare these lolicon images to real life women who have like some kind of, I can only assume it's like dwarfism or like some kind of like they don't age like other people. So that he was trying to like draw a parallel between that and I was not there for that. Anytime lolicon stuff ever came up or Havoc ever came up, I didn't fucking speak out on it. And the thing with Havoc put me in a really difficult position because, for a time I liked the guy. I considered the guy a friend. He wasn't around me a terrible amount of time, but we would call in servers and group chats and stuff like that. So for me, it was a difficult thing to navigate. It's been a pretty difficult thing for me to just come out and talk about, because obviously if I come out and I talk about it, Godot is going to come out and say the complete opposite. and I'm spending time on a channel with this guy.
Yeah, and you know, what do you have to say about the allegations of him going around telling people you hacked him, and he also said Bog was involved as well with that.
From what I have seen, there doesn't seem to be any credible evidence that his account was hacked or was attacked or broken into in any way. For somebody to break into your email account and then just delete your YouTube channel, and then you say, "Don't worry, guys, I have secured the email, but I'm not going to use my," I think we spoke about this before the stream, like the 30-day timer of, "Hey, your channel is going to be deleted in 30 days. Would you like to change that?" For some reason, he doesn't seem to be wanting to do that.
Yeah, and you know, I will be releasing some audio soon where Godot tried to blackmail me in a VC to remove evidence on Havoc, and
Well,
here's
I'll
one of
say
the
to you what I
screenshots.
said.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll say to you what I said at the time where we had, because me, you, and Jirai had spoken about that before, and I had said, "Hey, if that video comes out and it is credible, that's it. The guy, the guy's finished. He's finished. If he's not finished already."
yeah. This screenshot is when he was trying to also once again convince me to remove the Havoc information.
Right.
I have a question. Like, here's a question I want to ask.
You asking me the question, or you're asking Zexer the question?
I'm asking you a question, Rev. So
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you this question. Like, I wasn't exactly like polite, but either way, I'm still going to ask you this question. So if you're willing to hear it. So
Okay.
you knew that Godot's channel wasn't really hacked. Then why did you say that, oh, Godot's channel was hacked or something like
Godot
that?
had made the proclamation that his account was hacked. I have never made that proclamation. If you read through my community post, unless I've unintentionally misdirected you, I had said quite clearly that he had stated the account was hacked. He told Zexio it had been hacked. He told Wendy Ho it had been hacked. Everybody is under the assumption, from what he has said, that that account was hacked.
Yeah, which it clearly wasn't.
No, I think all roads lead to Rome. I think it's pretty obvious that it hasn't been hacked. It's been deleted, which really does make everything else coming out seem all the more strange. And it's why I just, I can't really ignore it anymore. The last time I told the guy, I just said, "Look, I don't want to fucking talk to you again. I am fucking done talking to you. Go live your life." And in the meantime, he was going and gassing people up to attack me. There've been people who've been told, "Don't talk to Rev. Do not talk to Rev. I cannot support you talking to Rev." And it's just really, really strange. It's really strange.
So there's a lot of allegations that Godot had his child removed because the child had drugs in its system.
Mhm.
Now he says all these different stories, but when we confronted him about this, this is what his reply was.
Right.
He
I
is
think that was
mocking
his.
drugging babies.
I think that was his reaction. My only logical excuse to that is that's him not taking the accusation seriously. I don't know if you want me to say the story that I was told, but ironically, it doesn't involve him because he wasn't in the child's life, so to speak. And he had effectively been with a woman who, she really didn't give a fuck. And what had happened was she had lost custody of her children because of, well, I'm just going to, obviously say drugs that she was taking. She had apparently began dating a dealer, and that was kind of how that went. Now, How he didn't get custody after that, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I don't know why the
Yeah.
state decided that they were going to take custody.
He told
have
me
no
he
idea.
didn't want the child. That's what he told me in Sloppy, basically.
Well, that's really strange if he did say that.
He said it's because he lived in an apartment and he didn't know if he could afford to keep the child or whatever, so he just let the state have it.
I have not heard him say that, but if he has said that, that's really quite strange.
Yeah, that's what
Yep,
he's told me. in Sloppy.
Considering that I was there when Havoc made that sexual comment about me, it's still pretty concerning, to be honest.
I have
Because
a
it's-
question for you, Saul, Luke, or Lucas. How old are you? If
Just
you
call
don't
me
mind me
Luke.
asking? How old are you?
I'm actually 22 years old.
Okay, so when this sexual comment was made about you unconsensually, quote unquote, you were 20 or 21 years old.
I was 21.
Okay, well, that probably explains the reasoning why me, a predator hunter that focuses on pedophiles, didn't hear about that happening. But you seem to want everybody here to know that that really definitely 100% happened. I would love to see where the proof of this is for sure, without a doubt. But I really don't think that should take center stage on what is going on. To be honest.
About Godot.
Are you
Let's
talking about
just-
Havoc or Godot?
Yeah.
I'm just really confused. Sorry. I'm really confused. Sorry. About Havoc, he did make some sexual comments without my consent, which is pretty concerning, considering that sexual harassment does have a very, very bad image for being a very awful thing to do. It is very considered a crime, pretty much. Havoc knew this kind of thing, and for some reason, he took advantage of it.
Okay. But you're an adult though, so it's all chill, right?
Despite me being an adult, it was still not consensual. Although I didn't really bring it up at that time, I did feel a little bit of discomfort when it came to that comment.
I mean, did you document it, or did you report it?
I did try.
What do you mean? You tried to report it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. To who?
When it came to Zexio, the thing
No,
is,
well, I mean to the authorities, right? Because it falls under sexual harassment, does it not?
I don't have a video. I don't have any proof from you about.
Yeah. that was lost evidence. I pretty much lost it.
Oh.
But if you
Yep.
had sent it to Zexio, surely he would have it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, the problem was lost medium. I wasn't able to get it back.
Rev, now I see why you left the predator hunting community.
Yeah, it just you have to ask yourself sometimes if like if the pedophile is not the dumbest person in the room, there is something wrong.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
I am a little bit shocked at that. I'm a little uncomfortable at this point.
About what?
About someone saying, "Oh, Luke is a Godot shield" at this point. Like, I'm really uncomfortable at that.
Make sure you screenshot that comment so you can bring that up later when that guy gets called out. Just in case you need it, because you never know.
Yeah, fair point.
Either way, I appreciate the advice, Rev.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, Daddy Rev.
And
So Rev, this is when so we were discussing about what should we do if we ever come across CSAM, and how do we report it or anything like that. This was a test question for Godot, and his reply was to encrypt it and save it.
I believe when I seen this at the time, I was doing my, let's give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But then it sort of like triggers in your brain. This is the same guy that alleges that he had studied law for 8 years. So
Yeah.
surely somebody of that capacity would know, hey, maybe I shouldn't try to encrypt CP and send it to the police.
Yeah, but it also makes you question, because he's claimed he's come across CP and all that stuff. So, has he quote unquote encrypted it and then downloaded it?
I would honestly hope not. He has been in contact with the police before, and they have given him links to send evidence over for sure.
The last time Godot made a police report, I think it was about Stanley, I think, and he completely messed Stanley's name
Yeah,
up.
he got the complete wrong then,
Goes.
which was not great.
So that is the phone number that I just gave you. I would like to call and report a person by the name of Stanley Michael Bell, I believe is what it is. Is that what it is, Rev? Is it Michael? I think it's Michael, isn't it? It
Is it?
says, I think it is. Let me check and see. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is Stanley Michael Bell. Stanley M. Bell. Sorry, I'm in the middle of doing a live show. Hold on.
Yeah, so he gave the authorities a completely wrong name.
Well, you can hear me in the live stream.
Yeah,
Is it?
but he tries to discredit people, like you don't do enough research on these people, and then he's given the authorities the wrong name.
To be completely 100% honest with you, his research is only really ever done by other people. GodotBlend was honestly, without a lot of the other people like myself, Jirai, Bog, Cold, it would not run. It would not start. This guy was, I'm not kidding. There were times when he was 10 minutes late. There were times when he was 1 hour late. He just didn't show any urgency to wanting to get this shit out. And then when he did go out with it, a lot of the information that he had was just not, it just wasn't correct. He was provided a lot.
Yeah, and he still messed up somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always kind of felt like Godot, was just really in it for the views, and one of the screenshots I feel like proves this would be this one.
Yeah. And it looks like he said that in the server, potentially in front of quite a few people. I mean, the views are good because it means people are seeing the exposure and so on and so forth. So I never I never thought of it as a bad thing that, the channel was growing and getting more content. But then to just, completely fucking wipe it, it's like, well, why would you wipe it? Is there something that is going to come out or something that has already come out that you don't want people to know, so you're kind of erasing everything? Did you do it in order to see if I would spaz out and go kind of crazy about it? I did try to contact him about it, and he just didn't want to know. So I had to go through somebody else in order to even get a conversation with him.
Tell me how him and Mark teaming up kind of hurt the community a little bit, your community.
I mean, for a while it was all right, but there were some concerns about what kind of person Mark was, and I managed to see it with my own eyes when he was threatening a girl with her illicit images, let's just say.
Yeah,
and then there was the AI generating of people's family, their relatives, whether it be like their sister or just the like sexualization of just people connected. And I just thought that I don't want to be around this person, so I stopped talking to Mark, I think 3 or 4 months ago, something like that. Now, I've been told, you will not talk about me because if you do, I'm going to hurt the people around you. I'd also let you know about, I think I'd said this in the recording as well, there's a a gentleman that I know who has children, a really good friend of mine, and there were claims, and this is just claims, this is just, word of mouth. This hasn't been like documented or anything like that, that he was going to have the guy swatted and have his kids be traumatized. Something to
So
that effect.
that's what Mark was saying about these other people.
Oh, so you have confirmation that that was said?
Oh no, I was just asking you if.
Oh, I mean, people that I trust have said it. They have said
It's
that
like-
they have said why.
when my fiance was pregnant, he said he was going to bury my child and her, so it is kind of believable.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's like if Godot or Mark want to stand up and defend themselves, they can. In fact, I think that they should. But the problem is, I think it resorts to like harassment, blackmail, you name it. It's never going to be constructive. I would like it to be constructive, but I don't know if it ever will be. I do want to answer. I think NC's Creative Corner is talking to me. If you are, could you type if you are talking to me, because I'll answer your question.
Yeah, she's definitely talking to you. That's Nico, I think.
Yeah. So when I had originally had a falling out with Godot, Neko had capitalized on what was going on and had essentially been going backwards and forwards. It was one of these Chinese whispers situations. Really, I didn't go after her. The idea that I went after her is insane. I did falsely accuse her through word of mouth from somebody else. Again, another community of people who just fucking lie to me. That this girl was responsible for doing a lot of heavy doxing of people I was connected to, which I thought was strange. Also, the idea you face dox me, you had posted that in an open and public server. You do know that. There was at least 60 people who had seen that image. I'm not saying that what I did was the right thing to do in hindsight. No, it probably wasn't. And you can probably take that to the bank, and I apologize. But I was incredibly infuriated at the time with the kinds of backhanded behavior that you had tried to pull, and the fact that you, instead of talking to me, had blocked me on Discord. You had blocked all communication. So yes.
And the clip I showed with our Discord call, we mentioned Mark was in trouble for going after disabled people, and I have some video if you want to see that.
I think I've
example.
seen that from one of your, if it's from one of your previous live streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was not wholly impressed. If we're talking about the same girl, she was kind of in our gaming server for a bit. She seemed, pretty chill, and then she just kind of vanished. And then I found out why. He had been, I suspect, saying things or doing things to her in order for her to stop talking to the people that I was connected to. Which again, it happened again.
It seems to happen a lot in your community, to be honest, bro.
It does, and I think maybe I'm just completely naive and oblivious. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm just too fucking good for this shit. I don't know. I have no idea. People seem to fucking see me, and I see somebody who wants to deal with terrible fucking pedophiles, and then, that's that. But I have pretty much vacated the Godot Blend quote unquote community, and I don't involve myself in any of that shit anymore.
So let me show you something real quick. You've probably already seen it though, to be fair.
Okay.
So this is when Mark was in your community, I think.
Mark was actually out of our community at this point. If this is the AI image, is it the AI image?
Yeah, it's the AI nude image.
Yes. Oh, he was long gone by this point. Long gone.
And
And so I had removed him from the GodotBlend server when I switched it to my server. He was long gone by that point, and when I had seen that he had done this, I'd removed them. I'd removed them from my friends list, and I just, and he got incredibly upset about it and has been salty ever since. And I said to him the last time I spoke to him, I said, look, I just don't want to be friends with you. That's the bottom line. I just don't want to be associated with you. I don't want to be friends with you. That's it, really. We should just go our separate ways. But it just does not. Apparently, it does not work like that, which is a shame. People want to make him out like molehill.
After he said this, and about his ex-girlfriend's sister, he made an AI nude photo of her. This was kind of the reaction of the email.
With what you wanted. It's what they want. They want clicks. They want drama. That's what they do.
So that's kind of what Godot was, associated with.
He cut him off at one point after this, and I had a big conversation with Godot about it, and I had said, this is not okay. And I suggest that you distance yourself from this as much as possible. I believe they're still in contact. I don't talk to either of them. I have absolutely nothing to say to either of them. It is blown out of control to where they just can't let things go. Godot seems to have he's pretty much gone, I believe. I believe Godot is gone.
Thank the Lord.
But yeah.
I'm religious now.
I'm more pissed about my entire catalogue of evidence, my entire catalogue of videos that I have, because he's been involved in a lot of them. It's a lot of them he hasn't been, for sure. But there's a lot that he has been involved in. So I have to decide, what I want to do. Also, there's obviously the factor that this basically gives pedophiles a free pass to say, like, oh well, this guy obviously lied about me. And it calls. I think it's going to call a lot of the things you've done into question. And Wendy's had him on the platform as well. It has a blast radius, and it's insane to think that people who weren't him are going to get tarnished with that same brush.
And unfortunately, as he was in a relationship in real life, is he married or is it just his girlfriend?
I'm not entirely sure.
Because, as he was in this relationship with this girl in real life, he was doing stuff on, Discord and potentially with an 11-year-old too.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I think he hasn't been honest with her about. I don't think she knew about any of the hunting aspects, which I can understand, trying to keep her safe, quote unquote, from people wanting to go and fucking harass her and this, that, There's also the aspect of just what don't you want to tell her, which is worrying.
Sextio.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable right now with this whole conversation, and I think I gotta go.
All right, peace.
All right. Either way, thank you for this opportunity to be in this stream.
Oh, no problem.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, nigga.
I want to attack not attack, but I do want to respond to the recent comment. I am holding a grudge on anyone, but you guys didn't give me a chance. You guys just wanted to force me into a VC call. So I didn't give you the chance, but then I also asked you to VC. So
Nico, if you want to join, and then I can send you the link. Welcome, Bog. You alright, bro?
Yes, I'm all right. I just joined late. I'm not aware of everything that has been discussed so far, so I did not want to cut in.
Why does Bog sound American and German at the same time?
Good question.
But do you have anything to say, bro?
I mean, there's a lot to say about Godot. One of the things that I'd like to say is I think that my initial gut feeling about some of the weird shit that he was doing was correct. And here we are. Here we fucking are. You know, you think you know a guy, you think you can trust the guy, but I think we've seen enough.
9.
As
I'm all out of benefit of the doubt. My benefit of the doubt bucket is run dry.
yes, same here. I'm not sure how much of the imp situation has been mentioned, but I'd be willing to clarify some stuff.
The M situation? You scared of saying his name,
Oh,
bro?
we refer to it as the imp situation, IMP, because that was a username that was thrown around. But yeah, Bog, we have kind of talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I've mentioned how you had raised the alarm about it.
Yes.
She was either, I know I said in the recording that she was using a voice changer quite heavily. She was either using a voice changer or she just was not talking at all. It's just typing.
Mm-hmm. And yes, and as far as I had been told, Godot was not the only one who, in his words, was fooled by it, right? Like other people were under the impression that she was an adult, but there are still a couple problems with this for me. Like I find it interesting that the first time I met this imp girl, she was in a group call with Godot, me, and another girl. So out of respect for that other girl, I'll keep her name out of it, but she shared some pretty serious like self-harm stories. Let's put it like that, right? And the entire time, for I want to say a good half hour, maybe an hour, she is attempting to tell these stories and how much it has affected her. The entire time, this imp girl demonstrates like no respect or consideration for what she's saying and is honestly just spazzing, talking over her, and being annoying in the background the entire time. So half an hour or so in, I just snap and I just start telling her off. I'm just like, can you drop this bullshit right now? Like this girl is pouring her heart out right now about some serious shit, and you don't have the respect when it comes to somebody who you call a friend to just shut the fuck up and like, you know, just not turn this into a fucking circus, right? So I call her out and like almost instantly she turns off her voice changer. Now, yes, the voice changer I suspect did a fair bit to confuse people into how like about how old she really
It was that like VTuber style.
Yeah,
voice
it
changer.
was a VTuber style, what I would call like a baby voice, where it is like very high pitched and annoying, right? It certainly didn't help the tone of the conversation when she had that on for like half an hour or 40 minutes. So when she turns it off, she speaks with her regular voice. And that's when I'm like, okay, no, the way that you're sounding and the way that you're acting, there is no way in hell that you are above the age of 18. There is no way you are an adult. Are you an adult? And then she just dips out of the call. So I, at this point, was like, oh, she must have not been an adult, right? So next thing I know is a couple days after that or something, I hear or somebody sends me either a message or somebody tells me over voice saying that apparently this girl is going around telling people that I'm going to ruin her life or something, that I'm coming after her because I asked her how old she was in a voice chat when she was acting very immature in a pretty serious situation. And for a second, I think everybody had believed her, but then they didn't see me do anything. So they, I think, realized on their own that why would he do that? You know, why would he ruin your life? So that's when I started telling them, I'm pretty sure this girl is lying about her age. And eventually this was brought up to Godot. Now, Godot, I do believe at one point said that he had seen an ID or something that supposedly verified the age or something, but it still doesn't quite sit right with me. It never has, ever since this all, like, ever since I had first heard about this, because when you're at the point where you're comfortable enough, at least for like a normal person, I mean, not that a normal person would be like watching porn with somebody that isn't their significant other in a voice chat, but like when they're like hanging out in the voice chat and watching porn together, I think it's fair to assume that you have at least spent a couple, maybe weeks or months, I would hope, getting to know this person, to know that this is the kind of person you want to be involved with like that, like to the point where you're like watching porn with them in a VC, right? So I would just hope that, you know, within several weeks or months of talking to someone, surely you'd realize that they're not as mature, like that they're just not an adult, right? Like
I think we had run into her around the same time because I believe that I had met you. I'm not sure if I'd met you first. I think I did. I think I had
do think so.
Shadow Luigi first, and I had met you.
Yes.
So
Yes,
when I had gotten involved in the Riley stuff, you had gotten involved around the same time as well. Because I think you had found her through Shadow Luigi.
yes,
And then
I
Godot was the one with the evidence dossier, which, by the way, fucking horrendous.
Yeah, it was sent to me by someone attempting to establish a rapport between me and Godot. And when I had obtained the dossier and looked through it, I was like, "What the fuck? This is."
There were for sure screenshots in there, which were, you know, very obvious. But there was a lot of stuff in there that was just like,
yeah. The problem is that it was out of order. There was too much junk in there, and also like some of them were in there twice, 3 times. You know, like it just wasn't very well put together. So I ended up telling that person who brought it to me to tell Godot that it was like a shit dossier, that it was like almost unusable. And apparently it was then reported back to me that, well, it was reported back to me that Godot had then apparently cried over this, which is interesting. And I remember even, I think, telling Rev early on, hey, if this guy is really gonna cry over getting like literally shed tears over getting criticism over how his dossier is arranged, he just doesn't have the maturity and like, you know, competence to be doing this sort of shit. Because doing this sort of shit like makes you talk to some pretty fucked up people, you know, almost daily if you're trying to bust them, right? So I think that a bit of criticism from somebody else is like, that should be nothing. You should be able to take that and just improve and not, you know.
I mean, what's insane about it was he wasn't even the person that had made the dossier.
Yes, it is odd
that I had told you that a little while ago when you said that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's odd that he'd be that invested in me finding it to be useless then.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, just the other odd thing with the imp thing, right, is that when it was brought to his attention, you know, he denied everything entirely. Like he said, no, he never, not only did he not know her age, he never watched porn with her. That's what he told me to my face.
What made this really strange was that he had obviously told me and a bunch of other people that he did. That he did and he didn't know. But for some reason, Bog got a completely different story, and it was only lately where it was like, no, he did say, and obviously now there's a question of why lie to Bog about it.
Now his I could almost understand his logic of denying the entire thing because it's going to make him look, quote unquote, more innocent in the situation. The problem is that now that I know that part of what he denied ended up being true, it makes the whole thing look like it makes him look guilty on all fronts, right? Like if you get accused of watching porn with an 11-year-old and you have 2 options. Option number 1 is saying, yes, it's true. Option, but I didn't know her age. Option 2 is no, it never happened, right? If it is true that did happen and you didn't know her age, then you should just say so instead of being like, no, it never happened. Because the exact excuse that he gave me is that not only was it not true, but it was a rumor made up by a pedophile. And because Godot has a habit of just denying, and ass kissing, I think we eventually all gave him the benefit of the doubt, and we were like, no, surely you can't be a pedo. Because pedos usually run away and they don't know how to defend themselves from these accusations. I think Godot might just be a little smarter than the average internet pedo, and that's how he's able to just easily like sidestep these sorts of situations and never really addressing them. But I want to say that early on, I think my gut feeling was right, because when I had first gotten into an argument with Godot, one of the things that he had told me in DMs was, "Oh, I knew it, Bog. I knew you were gonna accuse me of being a pedo with no evidence," or something like that. Now that's quite an odd thing to say, because I had never accused, and honestly, I want to say I still have never accused anybody of doing that sort of shit without receipts, without like serious proof, and without me actually believing that they are in fact a pedo.
I've got a question for you and Rev.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the allegation of Godot making AI CSAM? Is that true?
I have heard the allegation, but
well, I mean, I wouldn't say yes, and it's true. The claim that he makes is that it was a fake nude, and this comes from his VR chat video with Mr. Handsome, where he is playing pool with a VR chat pedophile, and this VR chat pedophile, really scummy piece of shit, was trying to get nudes out of the decoy. Problem is, there was AI generated images of adult women that were sent over. This is what I understand, that were sent over to this pedo on VR chat through his Discord account, and that was kind of the crux of the video. Now, I can only go by what he's told me, so I can't flat out say whether it was or wasn't AI CSAM. It's really hard to say, because he hasn't even, I don't know if he's provided me with the prompt. I think that he did, but I also think he'd mocked it up to kind of show. I only got the prompt after the fact, and that was after Zexio had done the live stream, and then I said, well, what was the prompt that you used? And then I didn't get it.
I think I do remember seeing the supposed prompt that he had used.
I got the prompt a lot later.
Yeah, and it did include him. The prompt included something along the lines of young adult woman or something like that. But really, there is no telling whether that actually was the prompt, or if that is, or he added that in there. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But truth is, really, if you're talking to a pedo and they're pressuring your decoy for nudes, either don't fucking send them that. I mean, certainly don't send them.
I think at that point, I think if a pedo is asking you, I think we all know that if a pedo is asking you for nudes, I think you already pretty much have them in the bag and you're ready to confront them in a VC. I don't think you need to send them anything.
You really don't need to, unless you have yet to get all the information that you are attempting to get from them, and there's a fear that they might run away. But at that point, you still don't. You don't do anything of the sort of sending anything that could even be remotely considered or resemble CP, because that is ridiculous. You're just playing into what a pedo wants. It's silly. Like at that point, you are almost doing a counterproductive act. So, just not smart.
I was waiting. I didn't want to be rude, so that's why I muted myself. I wanted you guys to talk because you were in a different topic before when I even got here. Hello. It's been a hot second. I will say, yes, I revealed my face in a public Discord server, but I did not give consent to use it in community tabs to be used because my community or anybody on YouTube knows what I look like. Excuse me, I'm a bit shaky. It's still hard to talk about of what happened. But you guys dealt with more crap than I did, so my condolence to everyone who's dealt more with him, with Godot. I'm not gonna hold any grudges. I'm not mad. I'm not pissed. I've buried the hatchet a long time. Excuse my typing in the chat. I'm not good with that. Not mad at anybody. I just want to know why. I just want to know why that happened. I'm not mad. I just want an explanation.
It happened because at the time, unfortunately, I was surrounded by other people who have proven themselves dishonest. I'm not going to mention which community that is, but I'm sure you are well aware of which community that I'm talking about.
Yes.
That community had gassed me up
Mhm.
and had effectively told me things that were not true about you and the kind of person that you were, and this, that, and the other.
Mm.
And that apparently that other people's personal information was being leaked from this server. So I had assumed that it was you because you had been recently removed. And then it had been made clear to me that you at some point were speaking to Godot and telling Godot that I had said things that were strictly not true. And when I had come to you about that, you had refused to answer me, and I was being incredibly respectful, and then you had blocked me.
No, I have screenshots that you insulted me, and I have word from Zexia that you wanted me dead.
That I wanted you dead.
Yes.
I think that based upon the alleged things that you were supposed to have done, I can't exactly see that that is a problem. So the apparent claim that I was told,
Okay.
and if it's not true, it's not true, and I rescind the comment that I made, and I apologize.
Okay.
But if it is indeed not true, then it's not true. But I was under the impression that it was true, and a lot of the things that I was being told was by people who were not reliable, and that you had gone to Godot and had essentially gassed him up when
Yeah.
him and I were not friends,
Mhm.
which I didn't like.
Yeah.
And if
I
I had
wasn't.
said either KYS or something like that, understand that when I say this, I don't mean it literally. I
Mhm.
apologize if it came off as literally.
Um.
But I was being told things about you that I still don't know to this day if they are true or they are not, because you have
I.
effectively vanished.
So I'll explain that. Zexio knows that. Cola knows that because I reached out to them to another platform. That doesn't mean I'm running. Yes, my Discord account has been nuked. I will explain that since that was brought up first. It is due to the updating stuff of Discord. The Face ID is coming this year, and I wanted to move somewhere else where I feel more safe with information and stuff. I'm not giving jack crap of my uh, face scanning or ID, so I moved to another place that's a little more safe and doesn't care about that. I reached out to Zexio and Kola on Instagram in DMs, told them that I was okay. That wasn't mean I was running. A lot of people cornered me in an individual server. I'll just say that. Everyone cornered me, saying that I was doing not so good things. I will
Well, that
say
was
that.
not my intention when I had come to you. I had come to you about things that I had heard that
Yeah.
you had been doing, and I had heard
Now,
these things from Godot.
yeah. If you want to reach out to me, I do have Instagram. I have let me think. I have Twitter.
No disrespect. I'm honestly good not talking to you and never hearing from you again.
Okay.
I'm quite happy
I was
with you
just gonna
going and
send you
living your life.
stuff of like information that I had. That is totally fine. Um, things were said about me. I was in a very dark place. I will admit that. That is not an excuse. I have gotten help for that. I am
Yeah.
doing much, much, much better at that. What I did back then, yes, not cool, not pretty. It was a very hard time for me of that year. Um, things have improved for me, and I will say, what hurt me the most was being accused of being a pedo back then,
Mm.
with very
I don't
little
believe that I had
evidence.
heard that one, unless
Yes.
I don't think that I had. I don't remember.
Kitty had information, said that I thought I was talking to somebody. I didn't even have Discord until late December, and the account was not even on Discord. It was on Instagram. Didn't even have Instagram. It was on account was made in November something. I didn't even have those platforms yet until much later in the year. So no, I I don't understand. Of yes, I've done not so pretty things to people, but I wasn't malicious at anybody. It's just I have miscommunications on my end, or I read the room very wrong. I'm very slow-minded. I'm not using this as an excuse. I'm just this is
No, I
how it
know.
was on my end.
I think my biggest problem, which has obviously been revealed today, if never any other time, is my complete fucking ignorance when it comes to people telling me shit, and then I take it at face value because
Yeah.
I trust them and they're my friends, and then it
Mhm.
comes down to them eventually not having anyone else to turn on, and then they
Mhm.
turn to me. It's like the argument of they came after this group of people, but I wasn't this group of people, so I didn't say
Yeah.
anything, and then they came after this group of people, and I didn't say
Mhm.
anything again, and then eventually
Yeah.
they come after
Yeah.
me and my people or the people I care about.
I totally get that. Like, I'm very protective of my group, as well. My group of friends, my boyfriend. Oh my gosh. I don't know where I would be without them, to be honest, but I totally
For
get
sure.
that. You're very protective. I just, I want to bury things in the hatchet. I apologize for the things that I've done, but they were not out of malicious. I was just told I was protecting, because back then, Godot helped me, you helped me through stuff, through the Maya crap.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's how we met during that shenanigan. It was kind of a very abrupt meeting, so you didn't know me that well. So, because I talked to Godot more, and I will say that he has done disgusting things to a lot of people. I will say he was a little flirtatious towards me, even told them several times, I'm taken. I don't like that.
If that is true, let's just say that I'm probably not going to be that surprised.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with
But
everything that
yeah.
I have heard from different women,
Mhm.
it is a concern. I mean, obviously he's going to say, "Oh well, I didn't mean anything in it," but obviously it's all about how it's perceived on the other end, right?
Yeah. Like,
So
I'm not mad at you. I've let that go for a long time too.
right,
A long time. It was a new year. I'm like, you know what? Bury the hatchet. I wasn't hiding. I know a lot of people were expecting me, oh, she's gonna say something about us and then we can pounce on her. No, a lot of people were telling me to back off, and I'm like, okay, I will back off.
right.
And then
I
you
mean,
guys backed
I
off.
honestly
Yeah,
haven't been active in the community all that much. My only like connection to the community lately has been Wendy Ho.
that's fine.
He's been
Yes.
asking me about Miguel and things like
Mhm.
that. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my involvement. Me personally, I've dropped everything. I have
Yeah.
absolutely zero interest
That's
in doing
understandable.
anything, and I've had to get it in the neck on numerous occasions,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
I've had to stay silent to protect people that I care about because I don't want
Yeah. That's
things about
what
them to
I've been
come out.
doing, because
Yeah.
back then I was, if I said something, I was worried that I would get face talks again, because it
Mm.
was on community tab in an old Ninja Kado video, my face was used again as a weapon, and I didn't really appreciate that, but I backed off, and then it finally stopped. I will say to Broken Doll in chat, I'm so sorry. I have nothing against you or anybody, Rev or anybody else. You guys are good people. You were just led the wrong direction. I've been there, done that several times in my lifetime.
Oh, I've put my faith in some absolutely reprehensible fucking people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wendy Ho, yes. If you could join and give your side, that'd be great. By the way, Bog, Broken Doll said, put a ring on me already.
Oh, that's to me. That's not to him.
Oh, no, that's totally to
Yeah.
Bog.
What? Yeah, totally.
What?
Whoa, what?
What? Huh?
What?
Nah, I'm just fucking around. Well, I do,
Oh
my
have,
gosh.
I do have a song, though, that was made from Dakota.
Oh, no.
I might be making a section on Vexio's forum to show like I have a ton of screenshots. I will be putting a disclaimer that saying please do not go after Red or Broken Doll after this. These screenshots were old. I will just leave them out of it. I'm just adding because of context, not crowding a witch hunt. That is the last thing I want.
I mean, obviously it goes without saying if I have made any provocative comments to you in that regard, I do apologize.
I
I
appreciate that.
suppose the silver lining is unlike a certain person, I definitely didn't make inappropriate comments towards you, so you can take that to the bank.
Yes, I appreciate that for the apology. I'll take it cold-heartedly. I will. I will say the reason I have bad communication or just say the wrong things, I'm not as an excuse is I am dyslexic, so I have bad ways of reading the room or something. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Try not to laugh.
It's fine. You can. A lot of people call me a bimbo. It's fine.
What?
Ooh, it's getting harder. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
No, it does not. Next live stream will be on Zexio, by the way.
Hello.
What's up, Wendy?
Not much. That's a lot of crazy stuff.
Okay, go ahead whenever you're ready, sweetheart.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess basically what do you want to know? I mean, he's struck me as a very car salesman kind of guy, like, wants to be your best friend immediately, wants to kind of bend over backwards and help you out, but also
cry to you at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I remember
he's very
that.
Lyle Convoy coded.
Well,
First time I heard about that.
I will go so you guys can have the floor. Last thing I'll say is thank you for seeing my perspective, Rev. I wish you the best
sure.
of luck.
Thanks for coming on anyway.
No problem. No problem. I have anything against you. Just thank you for bearing the hatchet and letting
Of
things
course.
go. And
course.
thank you as well, Broken Doll as well. I will see you guys around.
Yeah, see you around.
Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Where's my thank you?
No.
Oh,
Well,
thank you,
Rick.
Zexio, for coming onto the stream.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Bog.
Wait, you're welcome. I mean,
No, I thanked
thank
everybody.
you. I'm appreciative.
But yeah, what do you want to know? I mean, it was. I mean, he chopped in. I think he was in like.
Rev this. I'm not sure if Rev's seen this.
Wait, when
I've
was
not
this?
seen
Was
this.
this last year?
I'm not sure who he was talking about. But...
The ages of the characters are depicted by the artists that drew them.
Yeah,
What is he talking about?
Yeah, the recent arguments that I had heard were pretty much in, the exact same vein.
Pro lolicon argument.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, considering where he is, like, that's kind of ironic. I think we've talked about that off stream, which his take on lolicon, where the law can't do anything about it. Where it's like, well, yeah, they kind of can.
I don't know
in
why,
some
but every
states.
time Wendy Ho talks, my nipples tingle.
Oh, I have that effect on a lot of guys. It's pretty common.
Starting
wear
to get
off after about
whatever Godot's got. Yes,
yeah, I mean, but when
you do.
push comes to shove, and I actually like needed something like the Akina server logs or like anything. I mean, the only thing he was actually able to like follow through on when he made grand promises of what was getting the Akina call, at the Akina and Shiro call, but like he dragged his feet with the server logs. I eventually, when I first contacted Rev would like almost like like a couple messages said, "Yo, you don't have them? Here you go." So
Yeah, I had to go and get them.
I don't know why those were obfuscated. I don't know. It's really hard to like figure out, why he's moving the way he's moving, like nuking the channel, which I kind of also
know. I
agree.
don't understand. We've proclaimed that it's like he's self-destructing right now, and I don't honestly know what the reason is. I don't know how bad it is or how bad it could be. It could be
I
a lot
think-
worse than what we're seeing.
It's just
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
True self coming out, bro. That's all it is.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
only
and-
hide your true self for so long until it breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he wouldn't let me talk to Rev when he first came the story about the Rev breakup. He kind of came in and was talking about how Rev was trying to kick me out. They wanted to take over the server, and it was something along those lines. And also wanted to, and it was all because a mutual that he had followed an AI porn account that had like one or two images, I guess, of 16 in canon.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
what was?
so-
Oh yeah, you can attack that.
Go ahead and fill me in.
Yeah, it's a little more than him just following accounts who happen to have one or two.
So I want to talk to
forget-
Rev.
Well, I'll say this: his mutual was following a good handful of these accounts, whose post history was
I think
significantly
we'd
less.
seen about 7 or 8 accounts at least, and that was what we could
Yeah,
see.
Cole-
'Cause-
Called in the chat is saying hundreds of images. Yeah, that's probably honestly more like it.
Okay, yeah, that's
a lot of
way
AI
undersold.
stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was taken as, or
Yeah,
that's what it was
yeah.
framed as, was just AI.
But I had seen his response to when he was talking to somebody else was, Rev is blowing it out of proportion. It is all this over anime titties, and I said to him the last time I spoke to him before I eventually just said like, don't fucking contact me anymore. Was just that wasn't what it was about. It's not even close.
Yeah, I
And-
didn't get the anime titties line. I got the
No.
I
Yeah, well-
operate by the law, and the law couldn't do anything about those images or couldn't prove that X
I
person.
mean,
those
it just goes
images,
to show
so-
that his moral compass is just nowhere to be fucking seen.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
if you rely on exclusively the law, I mean, there are certainly laws that exist or don't exist that are designed intentionally to hurt people who don't commit crimes.
Agree.
Soul Luke's Godot's been accused of being a sex pest to multiple of people.
I'm gonna say that I do believe that is true. I've seen enough where I do believe that he is a sex pest.
Yeah, do you remember Vamp? He was doing stuff with Vamp.
Yeah, well, even fucking Persephone of all people had complained to me that she didn't like some sort of comment that he had made about her breasts. So.
Yeah, I'm going to play a video from Dakota. Now, obviously, we all know Dakota is somewhat of a
Yes.
bullshitter.
Absolutely.
But I think, we should watch this together.
Yeah, well, broken clock can be right twice a day.
Yeah, exactly.
You fellas ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it.
When I first met him, it was on a live stream. That's not the point. The point is that they may seem like they care, but they really don't. Because when I was in their group, at times I'd be treated fairly, but sometimes I wouldn't be treated fairly at all. Lately, it's been complete hell when it came to them, because they recorded the entire conversation without my consent, even said some things about Zaxiel that were just borderline psycho. It would start with the first one. This one was at Christmas, and we were talking about shit we like to do, and then he just randomly said, I hope that Zaxio's kids opens a bomb for Christmas. Didn't just stop there. He also would ask me at random times just word ass questions, like how big my boobs were. There's also something else in the community that nobody else wanted anyone else to know about, is that Mr. Godot, or Rudy, he puts on this persona of such like a nice person, but is really not. I mean, the dude made me eat toilet paper just so they wouldn't release a certain video they didn't fully understand, of a whole 3-hour long conversation between me, a person that abused me as a child, and then he just says that my story isn't real. But yeah, he's a bit of a sex pest, to be honest. He would ask how, and he even hit on a DNA's wife, and he would make these weird comments. He would also make some weird, like, he even asked me how big my boobs were. Gross. I don't have proof of it because he's smart enough to say this in a VC and not on a text message. He'll go from saying, "Oh, you have a heart of gold," to saying I'm an absolute piece of shit. He also said that after the first phone call with you guys, he said that he's like, "Oh, I'll take the mouth and you take the ass." He said that to Rev. They may deny it, but I know what I fucking heard. This guy acts like he cares about the safety of children, but I fucking doubt it. He blackmailed me with the toilet paper, calling me every name in the book. And if you don't do it, if you don't eat the toilet paper, then this video will be released on you. Like, I was like terrified for weeks because they know my name, they know my address, they know where I work, they know everything about me. So if I were to fuck up even once, they would probably come after me. It made me feel degraded. It really did. It's even worse the fact that they screenshotted it and sent it to people. They leaked it to people that I knew. And the fact that I had to eat toilet paper just so my conversation wouldn't be leaked is out of the question. Made me feel not even human. I couldn't even cry because that's how numb it made me feel. It made me feel not even human. Went from going to Godot, even went to going saying that I was pretty, to not attractive at all. I was even told a few times by the group how they wanted me to die and swallow like razors or cut myself, or I should go and date predators. I was told that I practically deserved to get raped by Rev.
What?
Holy shit.
I mean, that last part is a little bit extreme, I would say, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's
mean,
certainly some truth. I mean, Bog, would you like to attack this one?
I'd say that she knows very well, just like Godot, that to sell a pound of bullshit, you have to have a kernel of truth in there. So yeah, some of that is absolutely fucking true, but there is a lot of embellishment there. I want to say, like, I certainly don't remember people being like, "Oh yeah, you should go date a pedophile." I'm pretty sure none of us said that.
But to add to it, like, as soon as I told him like I'm pansexual and gay, like on stream in public, he almost every stream would make, crude like gay jokes, which, like, I don't care if he's like pretending to be, but I feel like he had like a layer of like, oh, it's humorous because I'm clearly not gay, so I can say these kind of crazy things and get away with it. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're gay.
So, I feel like it was a scapegoat. I feel it was a way to be, haha, I was joking, guys. It's all a joke.
Oh, I'm not joking, though, baby. I'm not joking.
What are you cheating on me, Victor? What's going on?
Oh, sorry, Sloppy.
No, just a love square.
Oh man.
You
yeah.
Sloppy?
Yeah. I'm just a little. I'm watching it and I'm listening to all the stuff, and it seems like a lot of it is, how do I say it? Not to be mean, but for being people that deal with these type of individuals, you guys missed a lot of red flags.
Oh, for sure, without a fucking doubt.
I would like to say that I didn't miss these red flags. In fact, at one point, I had written an entire document detailing each and every single red flag that I picked up upon about Godot. And this was sent to Rev. And this was, at the time, I thought would at the time make its way back to him. Because I figured anything I'd send to them would, make its way back to Godot. Apparently it didn't, and when it eventually did, it was honestly, I believe, used to try and oust me entirely from the group. He was very, very not happy with me apparently noticing a lot of these things and putting that into words and sending that to Rev. And at the time, I had not done this out of malice. I honestly, as I said in there, Godot and his kind of concerning behavior here and there would carry a blast radius, as we're seeing today. It indeed has.
Yes.
And I had said he needs to come out with the full truth so he can maybe vindicate himself, because if he doesn't, it's going to fucking eat him alive. And I do believe that it has at this point. And I believe more than that, it is starting to affect everyone that is slightly connected to him. I can already imagine that certain people will do a bit of a victory lap about Godot being exposed in such a way, because it will put everything that has happened before into question. Like, this will be used politically, like in that sense, right? Where some people who have previously been exposed by Godot and others, rightfully so, they are now going to enjoy the benefit of the doubt because Godot has been exposed as such a massive liar. And
I mean, that's the thing. There's a lot of like community overlap between Zexio's community and what was GodotBlendCafe, right? There's a lot of pedo overlap. And I don't want these people thinking that, because this happened. It's the same thing with Siliskios, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It has a radius, and anybody that was connected to him or he covered, it's going to affect them either positively or negatively.
More likely negatively.
Yeah. Well, unless it's one of the pedos he's gone after, and now they're gonna look vindicated, like, oh, I told you guys.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I think I heard earlier where they were saying it was just, I forget who said it, where it's like cashed in helping kids, but really it feels like a power trip. The more and the more I got to know the guy, I felt like this was something he could hold over people, and this is something that he could strike back with at any point. So
it all kind of adds up. I mean, he was defending Havoc. He was Lolicon in general, and Mark. He had some traits from Mark as well. He was into blackmail and stuff like that. And
I'd be curious to see those DMs of him.
There were calls that were going on that have been like casually just tossed around, and I guarantee that myself and anybody else connected to GodotBlend didn't know what was going on off stream behind the scenes when this guy was not around. And I think that's probably what worries me the most.
Yeah, it all adds up if you think about it. The Lolicon defending, the Havoc defending, and then him using an alt account pretending to be a little girl so he can speak to little girls, and it wasn't anything to do with predator hunting. He was just enjoying speaking to these little girls, and that's why he cried.
That he had apparently said that to you, that he had revealed that to you was insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the things that I had noticed early on, I had a gut feeling about this. I said to Rev, Godot enjoys playing as the decoy a little too much,
Yeah.
and I do believe that that is true.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of wasn't decoying. I mean, if you think about it, he's being predatory because he was pretending to be a little girl, and then he was having conversations about school, family,
Yeah.
you know, how annoying parents can be. And when Rev exposed that account as being him, a grown ass man, he rang me, started crying because he didn't want these little girls to find out he was a grown ass man.
That's the strangest.
Jesus Christ.
That
For me,
that
that's the
is
strangest part.
that is incredibly disturbing. I did not know about this, and holy fuck! I think the more time that goes by, the more he is being exposed for doing this kind of weird shit.
What do you think is the
Really,
good faith interpretation of that? I don't think there exists one.
I don't know.
no, I really don't. Like, I fully understand decoying predators and lying to them,
Mhm.
telling them that you are a child. There is zero, and I do mean zero reason or space to talk to children while pretending to be a child. Like, what is the purpose of that? The only purpose
So-
that I can think of that serving is predatory in nature. And it is
So Bug, to answer your question, because I asked him that question, I'm like, why are you doing, why are you talking to, the kids as a decoy? And his excuse was that, they'll be more open about what's going on if I'm talking to them as I'm a little girl. And I'm
Right.
like, no, that's still kind of, that's still fucked up, because what happens when they find out you're not a little girl and they're giving you, like, talking to you, like, if you're like a 14, 15-year-old girl and you're talking about, I don't know, like, what 14-year-olds talk about, because I don't talk to them that many, maybe my nephews and nieces, but I don't ask them any, questions about predatory stuff. So
Right.
I thought it was weird, and I told him, like, that's not right. You shouldn't
Yeah.
be talking to any minor in a
For
decoy.
sure.
Like me and Zexio, if we need to talk to the victim, we'll talk to them with our account, so they know you're talking to an adult, not an underage decoy or nothing like that. And
Yeah,
to me,
there is no reason to be deceiving a child. Once you start doing that,
No.
I really do think we're starting to get into predator territory. There is just no reason to do that. No legitimate reason.
And yeah, they cut off like I think me, Rev, Zexio, we're in a group chat in the Discord, and we were talking about, that's kind of weird that he's still, after the fact that he got caught, he's still using that account to, I don't know for what reason. It got us kind of. We told him, like that's weird. Like, why is he still using that account? If it already got proven that it's not a real child.
I was honestly blindsided by the guy, and I just didn't want to see this guy that I'd been working with and hanging out with for like the last 2 years as like a potentially nefarious fucking person. You don't sit there and like fucking think like, oh yeah, he's definitely like malicious for the sake of being malicious. You don't think that. A lot of shit just goes unseen and unlooked at, and I suppose, to some extent I am at fault for that.
As someone that uses a voice changer, right? You guys were using voice changers. You would think that the person using that voice changer that claimed that was 21 but it was 11, you would kind of hear the little mishaps of the voice changer, because all voice changers don't. You could kind of tell when it's a voice changer by the tone of the voice and stuff like that. Like when Zexio said, "Oh, that's not a real kid," the first time when you guys were attacking him for saying some naughty things that I didn't agree with them, and we already kind of knew this is not a kid. This voice doesn't sound like a kid, and but we can't prove it. And that's when we were telling you guys, hey, the Godot person or Godot Miss Coco is not a real person, as an adult. And you guys were, because you guys wanted to keep the undercover. I understand that.
I mean, I had a decoy running around at the same time, and I was using that. It was me that had uncovered the voice changer, and I would, occasionally use the voice changer when talking to pedophiles in one-on-one conversations. I would record said conversation, and then that would be it,
Yeah. So my main concern was. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say was I used the voice changer and pretend to be a different adult, because obviously it got to the point where people could recognize me purely by my voice. So I had to find ways of navigating that. And I have a string of alt accounts that I used to get into the communities and servers of pedophiles.
Yeah,
Or
I
I
seen a
had
couple of
like
videos
other
of you
people in
guys.
there.
Yeah, I seen a couple of videos where you and him were talking to. I think that guy that wanted to poop on some girls, like the poop streams or something like that. From that guy.
Ah, yeah, Mr. Pablo.
That,
Yeah.
I think you guys used the decoys on that guy. And,
I think
saw
it
some
was,
footage from that
we
one.
had infiltrated his server, and that was kind of where it had all kind of begun. And I suppose he'd gotten kind of a taste for it, and then kind of went a little bit off the rails, a little bit.
a lot of off the rails.
Yeah, a lot.
A little's
off
an
the rails.
understatement.
And it's unfortunate because it tarnishes some of the your guys's videos and stuff like that, because now they're gonna be like, hey, what the fuck? But
they're gonna say, hey, that's that guy.
Yeah, that's that guy over there, Miss Coco Godot. I don't know what he is now. I don't know what he is.
I mean, that was another thing. It was the like once the decoy had gone, there was like a time where nothing was going on, and then all of a sudden the Bandicoot character then became the main character. That became the face of him. And at that point, I truly think he had fucking lost it at that point.
Yeah, flirting with people on the chat with that account, kind of a little suspicious, and people will warn us about him, right? So I guess Dakota, because she was in your guys' server, she kind of would go on chats with them, and maybe you guys weren't there, and they would have conversations that because they're in the VC, they're not recorded. So he's very easily able to say, "Nah, that didn't happen." Same with the other guy, the guy you guys claimed that he messed up the investigation from some guy that he claimed. He's the one that told us that Godot is Miss Coco, because and he was in VCs going with you guys as Miss Coco, I guess, and that's how he found out. And you guys kind of tried to discredit him, making him look like he's insane and stuff like that.
Well,
and later
because, on the surface, it's you out a decoy, and it potentially throws up in the air anything that the decoy is doing right now. There was a lot of things that I think he was doing with that account that nobody was aware of. The only person that knows truly is him. Obviously, you have to protect the security of the decoy as much as possible, but it had gotten out of control.
It did, and I think me and Zexy will talk about it a lot behind the scenes. We'll be like, man, that's just it's gonna bite them in the ass one of these days, because it's not a good thing to do. Like, you could decoy behind the scenes and to talk to press, but not use it as your main character on like your YouTube channel and stuff like that. And
then he'd completely shifted over at some point to the Bandicoot character.
Yeah, and like you've seen us, the videos that we have is just us talking to the predators, or us doing that, because we don't want people to think that we're using a character behind the scenes with a voice changer, and that's how we're talking to everybody. But no, we talk to them how we talk to you guys right now, and I think that's the most less incriminating way to do it. But unfortunately, maybe Godot or Godot, what do you guys call Godot?
I think it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah,
we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
recently it's been cunt.
Yeah,
It's been Go Diddy for a while.
Go Diddy.
It's Drake.
Young Sheldon.
Yeah. And because I know you guys are doing it for the right reasons, but yeah, that little situation with Godot, it's very, very, very bad. But I don't think you guys should stop trying to expose these individuals, because I'm pretty sure you guys don't have any skeletons in your closet, hopefully, that we don't have to find out later on. But yeah, you guys keep doing it, man. Like, we always, any person that tries to do that is always a help, right? and Bog, and I guess Wendy's doing it. You, Rev, been doing it for a little while, and we get information from you guys as well. Like we'll watch your guys' videos, and we're like, oh shit, we didn't know this about this guy. So it's always good to have a lot of people sharing information and stuff like that. And just one little tarnishment shouldn't deter you guys from wanting to expose individuals like that. But that's up to you guys.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a predator hunter.
I do have
Go ahead,
connections in the community that I kind of go to, and they'll go, this person is a pedo, and then Bog and I will talk to said pedo and see if we can. A lot of it just now just isn't publicized. It's kind of a behind the scenes type deal right now, and it's probably going to stay that way for the foreseeable future. And then we talk to people who do want to make that kind of content. Obviously, I know Wendy doesn't want to focus mainly on predator content. The problem is he's getting a little bit inundated in this community because it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely make, like, I don't know, not a career, but like I could probably cover these people forever because there's so many of them. But yeah, I got in for the commentary drama. It just so happens that a lot of these guys end up being fucking creeps at the end of road. It's just, they all roads go to the same spot.
Hey, does Kitty still work with him? With Godot, no, I don't believe so. A certain person was making some threats towards her and her friends, and that certain person, I believe, is talking to Godot or has been talking to Godot. So I don't believe that they talk.
Bog
I'm
Taylor.
90% sure that they don't talk. So
has anyone updated his Kiwi farms? I think it might be time. It might be time.
Might be. I don't know.
Yeah, and the unfortunate part is, Rev, is that a lot of times, because I guess you're one of the main core members of that group, you're gonna get the blunt of the criticism.
I know that. I know that. But there's people that say directly to me, like, you defended a pedo. Okay, where is your proof? And 9 times out of 10, it's just word of mouth, and I can deal with word of mouth. I don't mind.
All right, sure.
Because 90% of the time when I talk to somebody, it's pretty obvious which direction that it goes in.
Yeah, I was told that you were like a monster, like you bit people's heads off and ate people like me alive from Godot. So.
No, but I think I've seen a couple of your stuff, Wendy. I put my eyes in there and I lurk a little bit and listen to some of the stuff you guys are saying. I lurk a lot. I lurk a lot in different channels that are talking about Preds, just to kind of see if there's any extra information we know about them and stuff like that.
As commentary, I understand I'm second monitor content. Someone's almost always going to be doing something else on the other monitor, so that's why I read out the DMs. So
yeah, no, that's all good. I don't mind it. I like to lurk, and I go to a lot of, like, I jump a lot to different channels, and then if it's something spicy, like the Damien Mego Miranda guy.
I was just talking about him the other night. Yeah, he's newest suicide note. He's ending it now. Yeah,
maybe the most deranged predator I've ever encountered.
Without a doubt.
He took enough pills, he says, to off himself, and was still awake and still functioning like 2 hours later. So.
Yeah, the pills that he totally didn't just spill on the floor.
Yeah, or it's anything else. It wasn't just Tylenol to make him more.
The irony is, in attempting that, he has apparently been told that he will not be getting a replacement kidney because they're not going to give a guy surgery if he's going to kill himself, right? So,
is that real, the kidney stuff? I always thought that was just.
Well, I do know that he does have some sort of illness, absolutely. Because I have seen him in the hospital. I have seen.
You talking about Damien?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah, he abused painkillers for years, and his kidney shut down.
Yeah.
Almost.
They're not going to give him a kidney anymore.
No, they won't.
No. He did get a kidney, and then he did the same thing again.
Oh my god!
Right.
My
alcoholics
god!
That like trash their new liver. Oh my god!
Your taxpayers, your tax dollars at work, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. There's a couple of times that I've told Vexia, like, I don't know why they allowing Godot to be in that group. He's He's doing making them look bad with the CP stuff. Yeah, that was the main. That's the main one I told Dexter. This is bad, like really bad because
I mean, when this went down, I believe the video came out, and then the live stream about this that you guys did had come out, and then it was a while later that I had seen the prompt, and I think I had saw the prompt, and as soon as I had saw it, I had sent it to Zexio, and that was the prompt that he was claiming that he used, which was I think it was like young adult something or other. That was the prompt that he said that he had used.
I remember him saying something vaguely about the prompt, about him not wanting to give it.
I
but
think
also
that
saying
everything
he
that
knows
he's
what's in
told
it.
you so far has been vague, and I don't know whether
Yeah,
it's
on
intentionally
purpose.
vague or...
I believe so on purpose. I mean, I personally believe so on purpose.
Yeah, no, I think that when I messaged Vexio and I told him, hey, dude, I know what you're trying to do, but like, as much as I don't want to criticize them about this, we have to, because if they keep doing it like this, it's gonna make everybody else look bad, because then people could say they're using 15-year-olds now. They're using 15-year-olds.
I think somebody did actually at one point say that. I don't remember who it was, but I think somebody did say that you guys are using kids.
Yeah. So you want the least criticism as possible. We're all gonna get criticism on how we handle these type of things, because
there's always somebody that
job.
says they can do it better.
Yeah. But yeah, this one I told because I was like, I'll be transparent a little bit. I was a little not butthurt, but a little upsetty spaghetti when you guys were criticizing us about was it Brianna Seymour? So I'm like, these motherfuckers are doing worse than us. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, that Brianna Seymour thing was that was a difficult one. I don't think there's even been one that's come up that's even remotely similar to how difficult that one was to navigate. That one was pretty bad. She didn't even know what country she lived in, for fuck's sake.
Bro, do you know how many legal requests I had emailed to me and shit?
I can fucking imagine. I'm surprised I didn't get any.
Bro, I got so much from my emails from like apparent lawyers and all sorts. Her family was going all in.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that was my main. I'm like, nah, these motherfuckers were, saying that Zexio was doing incorrectly and that he's gonna let this individual go, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. And I saw this video, and right away I was like, look. I was a little petty. But
was it the Brianna one, or was it the Hannah Marquez? It might have been Hannah Marquez.
The one with the glasses. No, Hannah Marquez. No, Hannah Marquez got arrested, but they let her go.
No.
But Brianna Seymour.
Yeah.
Oh no. Who was the one that I had in a video call and she showed me her breasts?
Oh, that was Brianna. Yeah, that's Brianna.
Huh?
Yeah, she was. They had my video taken down.
Naughty. Yeah, but some of the things that Godot has done, I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to act like a little kid and talk to little kids and behind the scenes on Discord. You cannot, after the fact that you get caught, still use that character. Like I said, he wasn't in our group, so I'm like, if we're calling him out a little bit, and if their friends are just because they don't want conflict between each other, then we can only criticize, and that's it. That's up to you guys to kind of let them know what's going on. But yeah, Zexio was like, "What the fuck is going on?" But that's why Zexio would always talk shit to you guys a little bit, because he was still kind of like not agreeing with you guys with what Godot was doing with his character. But he didn't want to like ruin burn a bridge with you guys. Somewhat.
Yeah, I think he was scared of burning bridges because he didn't know, when he might need someone's help to fall back on someone.
Dude, I've only ever really liked Rev and Bog. The rest of them, nah, bro, they're all weird. But Rev and Bog are the best.
Honestly, there would be no Godot blend without myself, Bog, Jirai, and Cold for sure. We say some pretty volatile shit, but at the end of the day, we don't like predators.
Yeah.
We don't.
We say some pretty fucked up shit, right, Zexio?
No,
So,
you.
I think everyone in this call has
You.
said some fucked up shit. So
we say some fucked up shit to predators, like to innocent
Exactly.
people. We try
Yeah.
not to. Like we try not to
No.
say. But there's times that some people test our patience, and yeah, we end up saying some fucked up shit to them.
Oh,
I
bro, I've
never-
said some fucking
good.
diabolical shit.
Oh, I've said
Yeah.
some pretty gold shit, and I've had cold say to me a couple of times. You know,
Wow.
if somebody ever sees that, it's like, oh, well, that's the worst that's going to happen. You know, I mean, it could be worse. It could be, you know, a live stream like this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the videos that you saw of people trying to expose Zexio and saying some racist shit or some like fucked up shit to people, 100% of them were predators, and
Yeah.
that people were trying to claim that he was saying this to like random people and stuff like that.
Nah. Remember that Sonica girl? That fucking grown ass woman, that's like 60 years
Mhm.
old.
No.
So she has a child, right? She's a part of Shiro's community. But she has kids, and what she was doing is just making like fake Zexio accounts and commenting on her own child's videos, like some really groomy shit, acting like it was me. So she was grooming her own child,
That is
pretending to be me.
that might be one of the most deranged things I've ever heard, and I've heard a lot of deranged things.
She crazy.
Yeah,
She called me a racist too, and I'm like, I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
I can't be racist.
No, Sloppy can't be racist, but he is a fat shamer.
my bad.
Ask my friend Machado.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I won't. Someone who's like developmentally delayed or something or has problems, I will not call retarded. A predator that's acting that way, I will call retarded.
Oh,
Sorry.
100%, yeah.
Well, we have said things to non-predators too, but not like as mean as what we tell predators. But we
I
have-
mean, I
we
don't care if people call me retarded. I honestly couldn't. give a
Same.
fuck.
I mean, I
but
came from like
embrace it, you know what I mean?
2016 internet, like Leafy, where everything you did, people told you to kill yourself. So it's like,
Yeah,
man.
oh, yeah.
I'm a massive regard. I'm proud, boys.
One of the Proud Boys. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm
Shocking.
proud.
it's part
Wait,
of
you
the
said
kick-
pride?
It is Pride Month. Pride
No,
Month.
I didn't mean it like that. I
Yeah,
said
I know.
proud.
I know. I'm joking.
You're doing that Godot thing. You're trying to do gay jokes.
I'm twisting your words.
Trying to do gay jokes on me.
but man,
I
that sucks,
honestly
man.
feel like none of this would have gotten to this point had he just not been vague
No.
with Wendy.
I mean, and I think he knew it was coming. That's why he deleted everything. He knew.
That's my thought. I mean, that Bog and I
It's
and
my
a couple
feeling.
of the other guys just kind of said to him like, "You go your way, we'll go ours. Whatever happens, happens. We're not going to defend you." And even still, I'm not sitting here like calling the guy out. I'm giving my
We're talking about the
perspective
evidence.
on-
Yeah.
I'm giving my perspective on what I've seen and what it's been like, and I want people to kind of make heads or tails of it. I would love him to come back and make a video in response and debunk everything. I think honestly at this point, I just don't think that's going to happen. I
No,
think we're
we've
probably
seen
never
the
going to
last
see
of
him
him.
again.
Yeah. I feel that feeling too.
Yeah, well, good riddance if they did
Yeah.
do all these things, man. Like, I can't stand people that do this shit and fucking try to justify it, right? He's gonna try to justify what he did and say, oh, I made a mistake, this and that, and blah blah blah. Like,
Or
no,
the law backs me up, and it's like, I mean, like
Yeah.
my very first interaction with him, going over the Maya stuff, was he said, he's like, oh, I study law, I read law books, people give me law books, and I'm like, what are these credentials? Law books?
Here's
What?
this should tell you a little bit about how much he knows about law. When he defended all this lolicon bullshit, one of the things that I heard him bring up was creative liberties. Now,
Yeah,
if you know anything about like,
oh yeah, I fought in the
First
Twitter lolly
Amendment
wars for 2 years.
yeah, if you know anything about freedom of expression and the First Amendment, then you know that when somebody says creative liberties, that is not a freedom of speech. That is not freedom of speech terminology. When you are that is copyright terminology. Like if somebody gets like a Hollywood director to direct, I don't know, a new Batman movie, and they are given creative like free reign to do whatever they want, right? Like to take it wherever they feel or wherever they want to take it. That would be what you would call creative liberties, right? Creative liberties is not a term used to usually excuse people AI generating children naked.
Yeah. What was her name? Nagatoro? I don't know much about anime.
Yes, Nagatoro was one of the depictions which he had scrolled past and then said, when does it get bad?
Yeah.
She's 16 in canon, right? That was the one that was told.
Yeah, at that point I spazzed out and I was like, I think you just need to fucking go at this point.
Yeah. Another thing that had me grinding my fucking teeth when he was around and defending some people that were into lolicon. One of the things that he had said was, oh well, Sega says that she no longer has a legal age or whatever, or that she no longer.
Oh
has
my god, I hate
that. That was the Amy Rose shit, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I hate that.
He literally made a but the lore argument. I'm like, this is so silly.
Literal 1,000-year dragon. Oh
He made the 300-year-old vampire argument, which at that point, like my friend, let me tell you something. Sega did not go out of their way to say, hey, this character is now ageless because they want depraved you-know-whats to be able to use that character, right? They did that because they feel that it best suits their current age demographic that they're trying to sell games to, right? Like back in the day when I don't know, Sonic was mostly a kids thing. I'm sure that had something to do with making the cast like, you know, teenagers or kids or whatever, right? But now that seemingly a lot of the people who were into Sonic as kids have grown up and are still into Sonic, they have to strongly consider, hey, well, most of our fan base are adults now. Most of the people buying Sonic games are probably adults. So there's no reason for us to specify anymore that these characters are kids. Let's just say that they're ageless so that anyone can relate to their story or to their, you know, to their struggles in the games, and that we can tell whatever story we want, right? Like it is purely from a business, from a marketing perspective, that makes sense, right? And it has absolutely nothing to do with weird Twitter gooners, with Sega wanting weird Twitter gooners to be able to not feel bad about jacking off to these characters. Like it is ridiculous to make this argument. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Here's
honestly how they appear is that you know.
Yeah. Here's how I approach these things. Here's how I would word it. If a piece of artwork is made with the intent of provoking some kind of weird pleasure, then I would suggest that it is fucked up and wrong, and that, you know, one shouldn't look at it, or one shouldn't make it.
The example I always use is people, I mean, like on Twitter, will always say, but it's not even a real child, it's a fictional child. And it's like, well, okay, I have a actual apple, and I've drawn a picture of an apple. What is the picture supposed to represent? It's supposed to represent an apple. So it's supposed to represent a child. So your argument is invalid.
Yeah,
I've told you in the marketplace of ideas.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If the purpose is to arouse some kind of sexual feeling, and it is depicting something that is clearly meant to be a child, then it is fucked up, and I would consider that fucked up, and I want nothing to do with people that are into that.
But Bog, they're aged up. You can't be incorrect.
Aged up young Sheldon.
Aged up young Sheldon.
They crossed out one number and wrote another number right after it.
I think that was where that aged up young Sheldon thing came from, wasn't it? It's like, oh, it's okay if it's Japanese media, but if you aged up fucking young Sheldon.
Or they call people that like it tourists, and it's like, okay, so if this is such a like ingrained in your culture, that's a problem. Like if this is like on the internet, weeaboo culture is this, like, you guys got a problem. There's something going on.
Yeah, we argued with them about that. They kept saying, "Oh, they're aged up." they're aged up. They're 1,000 years old, and I'm like, but it looks like a 9-year-old. Like it doesn't matter if they age up these individuals.
Like I that's the thing, right? I don't care whatever lore justification you have why you think this is okay. If it like it's like that one senator said when they were talking about regulating pornography. He attempted to answer the question, well, how do you define pornography? And he said, well, I'm not quite sure on exactly how to define it, but I'll tell you what, I know it when I see it. So, oh my god,
it's marked.
So I'll put it like this, you know, when a piece of so-called artwork is fucked up, well, it's obvious. When it is fucked up, it's obvious to everyone what it is meant to accomplish, right? Like
there's no doubt in your mind.
Yeah, there is no doubt in your mind. You know the people looking at that or making that or reposting or retweeting or whatever, you know they're not doing that out of some kind of artistic intent. They're not.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they're only doing this out of a twisted desire to see something.
I think if you take a 15-year-old character and then you're like trying to find weird ways to navigate, like trying to sexualize this character and to be okay with it, I think even that takes a level of like.
Yeah, well, it you're at the point where you're having to think about how do I jack off to this character, right? And
how can I justify to myself?
You're trying to create like the gooning loophole.
Yes, yeah, some kind of ethical, moral like excuse for why. Oh well, this time it's okay. It's kind of silly. Like there are enough adults out there that you can do whatever with. Just do that. You know, if you have to, just do that.
Yeah, I think Rev one time said like, "Why do these people want to fuck animals?" kind of thing, right? Like a while back.
That's another whole.
It's like why you want to smash a hedgehog kind of shit? Like there's humans, but then again, Zex and I have dealt with people, I guess, now that they want to have sex with raccoons, right? Zex, what's that guy? That's raccoon.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
I remember this one, right?
Yeah, but no, it's unfortunate, but you know, some people need to get called out. We don't like if one of our friends was doing some bullshit like that, right away we'll oust them, and you know, it's not.
Like I said before, it just got to the point where you know the benefit of the doubt had run dry.
Yeah.
By the way, the guy on screen right now, guy who happened to before being turned into a 3D emoji, going around pretending to be a little girl. So this is the level that Godot is currently on.
Man, good depiction.
Yeah. And no, this guy was not doing that in order to decoy predators. This guy was doing that to talk to little girls, to be clear.
Yeah. Man, yeah, we've been dealing with some crazy ones, diaper guys, and
there's the bitch that started it all.
Yeah,
there she is.
Man.
Do you have a Brittany Miller? You got my mortal enemy. You. The Joker to my Batman. No, I don't know. I'm definitely not Batman.
That's the good.
Wrong for the side. I don't think you're an awful person, Rev. I mean, it honestly depends who I'm talking to and what I'm talking about. I've obviously said some things about like people who I've had beef with before, you know, and it's gotten to the fucking point now. Oh my god, yes, it's gotten to the fucking point now where it's like it's water under the bridge for me. People have said some shit to me. I don't care anymore. I don't care. There are people out there that are just doing way worse.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said anything negative about you, Rev.
I don't.
Zexio has,
I
but
think mostly it's just been me and Zexio fighting.
Iceberg at Rev. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, you were scared when you.
I was champing at the bit, dude.
Yeah.
But dude saw me acting like that, like just going fucking nuts. So I was like, well, maybe I should call this guy instead of just like fucking duking him for more of it. So.
Yeah, well, Godot, Coco, whoever you are.
Yeah. GG.
You're not. You're a piece of shit, man. For real. Like,
half the fucking like the insane thing is it didn't even have to be like this. That's what's fucking insane.
Yeah, it really didn't. It really didn't. Like, you could have had, you had it all. You really did. You fucking had it all.
Well, he seems erratic. I don't know if like how much of this you want public and stuff, but he had like a substance past, right? Like some of his actions kind of made me feel that some of those influences might be around still.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Was he like his family's Jehovah's Witness, right? Or Mormons or some bullshit like that?
Some from, I think he was a witness, yeah.
Yeah, that's the main reason we were able to find him, because he.
Oh, I would not pull that one up, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, no, this is a no one.
This is the no one.
Yeah, this is the no.
This is the guy whose mother went to every length to wipe this guy's track record.
Yeah.
This is the guy who receives three types of CP from three various different people.
Yeah, I love how we got on call with this guy. And we got on call with this guy because he was harassing a woman who was not even in our group, but just kind of around, right? He was, I want to say, stalking her. We ended up talking to this guy, and some of the proof that he sent over to try and make himself appear innocent was a conversation he was having with which what was very obviously a decoy, like as in someone pretending to be a child to have a sexual conversation with him. And he did have that conversation. And then while we grilled him about this, he admitted to receiving CP from 3 different sources. And his family has been told about this because apparently he's very upset that he voluntarily told us about this on a stream. And ever since, this mother, or whoever she is, has been desperately trying to wipe every bit from the internet, probably because she's very afraid that her son will go to big boy prison.
Yeah.
And some people in her group have been threatened. Some people have been called. And really, frankly, some very dirty tactics are being used to try and silence us about this guy. I'm just going to make it perfectly clear. I will not be silenced about this guy. I will tell everyone about this guy, what he did, who he is. And if you don't like it, sue me personally.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I disavow Godot and anything he's done. I'm not going to take down the streams that he was in because there's other stuff in there. But
understandable.
I disavow him completely.
Yes.
I mean, for me, I'm pretty much done with making content. Or I'll be around. I'll be reachable for the most part. But if you're coming to me and you're like, please help me with a pedo, the answer will be absolutely not. But I can direct you to people who can.
That sounds great. I'm glad we got to.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't go to a content creator before you have reported it to the police.
No, I wouldn't make a video or anything with that before.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's the main thing.
Yep. Well, anything else, guys?
I'm satisfied. Honestly, I think we've covered things that we want to cover. It sucks. It really does suck, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Consistency.
The word of the day is fucking consistency. Is it not?
Sesame Street.
Is it fucking not?
I mean, most of his
What's
videos,
the number of the day?
all his videos were just your work basically. You were editing the videos, you were doing the thumbnails.
He edited a lot of stuff. The video that got 4,000 views, that was pretty much a me project, and I spent 6 months putting that together, and then he just deletes the fucking channel. Fortunately, I had a copy of it saved, so people will still know what kind of
Do
piece
you
of shit
use a
Larry is.
CapCut or?
I would say that
honestly, I did use CapCut.
I use
was
CapCut
like,
Pro
damn,
too.
how
It's
does
easy.
he edit like that? And I was like, oh, probably CapCut.
I would say that removing a channel that had years worth of evidence on very serious predators
It's
and
psychotic.
a lot of work that we had put into it, I would say that is near unforgivable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it clearly shows you that he didn't care at all. He could have
No.
downloaded them and gave them to Rev or whatever.
I mean, I'll quote what he had said to a certain person. They're going to be so upset when they see the channel is gone. That doesn't sound to me like somebody who was hacked.
Yeah. Zero curiosity on wanting to know who apparently hacked this channel. It's
There was a
almost like
thing
he wasn't
too,
hacked. It's
where he
almost
kept.
like-
Sorry, you go ahead. I didn't. mean to
I was just saying it's almost like he wasn't hacked at all, right? And he knew perfectly well what had happened to the channel.
He kept saying that it's like, oh, it's an IP from this state, from this
Right.
state, from this state, and I'm like, but they could be using a VPN. That's a common state that VPNs go through, and
It
he
was
just
from
keep over that
Wrexham.
and keep talking about it like it's from that place, and I'm like, okay, he's just ignoring it.
The irony is that he himself could have been using a VPN to do the
Yes.
exact thing, by the way.
Yep, we don't know.
Man, how do you get that? Yeah, I don't know how you get hacked on YouTube. Vexu maybe could tell me
Well,
how.
I
but-
don't know how you get hacked and then get your Gmail account and then don't think, you know what, I'll reinstate the channel.
Or how you get past two-factor. I don't get it.
Or
Because-
yeah, I mean, I have two-factor on everything.
Rev, tomorrow I can send you the audio of you being accused of the hacking with Bog if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
If you have it, for sure.
Just so you
I
know, I'm
mean,
not trapping
I probably won't do anything with it, but it will be funny just to have it. I think it's insane to suggest that I hacked a YouTube that I put a lot of work and effort into.
He never directly said that to me, but he heavily implied it. It.
Which is very strange. And if
Yeah.
it come out that the channel I wish he had just said, yeah, I deleted the channel. I wish he'd just have said
Or just given the credentials over. Or like just
Yeah.
if he doesn't want it, just someone else.
Just
Here's the
don't ever
password.
reinstate
He's
it.
told some people he had strikes, some other people he was hacked, and
Oh yeah, then it's all bullshit then. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
he
some
didn't
other
have any
people saying
strikes.
that he definitely deleted it.
Those are completely different stories. Jesus. Yeah.
Well, last I checked, you don't get 3 strikes instantly and have your channel removed. So, YouTube used to be pretty shitty about this. It still is in some regards, but it's gotten a lot better in terms of notifying you. In terms
It
of
started striking back the strikers. Like if it can tell it's a false one, they instead terminate the other account. They're like,
oh,
"You're
that's
bullshitting."
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it did it either.
Huh.
It's pretty wild. All right, though. Well, I'm gonna head out. You guys.
For sure.
Yeah, we do.
It was a pleasure talking with you all, and
Likewise.
I'm sure we'll talk to you in the future.
All right, sweetheart. See you in the server.
Peace. Bye.
Peace, puppy.
What do you call him? Huh, Lexi? What's going on?
Oh, no. Listen,
Huh? You see it in the nice sounding voice and they start flirting, huh? What the fuck?
no, your voice is way better. You got a nice Mexican whole voice.
Te voy a hablar en español para que le quite este morro.
I don't know what he just said. I think he said, I really love Zexia so much.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill him. No, but yeah,
Hey,
man, that sucks.
hombre.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I've made a community post about it. You know, I haven't implicitly called him anything or said that anything is ergo true, but I think there are some things that just haven't been ironed out. Just never will be. There's things that he's said and just things that he's done that I just, and he's tried to have people come after me and the people that I care about. So I can't, in good faith, defend the guy. I'm not going to be making any content about him, but I can't, in good faith, defend him after the things that he's done.
Yeah.
And Bog can fucking attest to the shit that we've had to deal with.
Yeah,
Even just over the last few
absolutely.
weeks.
Absolutely. It's been pretty ridiculous. Like you give a guy a clean exit, like an ability to just fuck off. You tell him, hey man, I really just want peace. I don't want more bullshit to happen.
What the fuck?
And it continues.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, freaking. What was I gonna say? He's acting like the predators that you guys were always trying to confront. Like they hide, they don't want to speak about it. They don't. He doesn't like. If he mans up, maybe he's a little bit of accountability. But it seems like he's not gonna man up, and he's gonna hide like all the other alleged predators. And that's very, very unfortunate of him to do that because he always, will call out all these predators, cowards, and stuff like that when they wanted to confront him. But he's doing the same exact thing.
Hey,
And it's no
Sloppy,
good.
I think I know who's celebrating Pride Month right now.
Oh shit! Did you send me something? No, you didn't. Good.
No.
Is that Mark? Ay, ay, ay. Nah, naughty Mark. Yeah, and with the Mark thing, Zexio has been always telling you guys, watch out for this. He's gonna do this to you guys. Watch out for Dakota. She's gonna do this to you. Watch out for these people that are going over there, and they end up doing something that you guys were like, oh shit, what the fuck? Why is he doing that? And sometimes Zexio he goes, I told you so. I told him that he was gonna do something stupid like that, and I'm like, oh man, come on guys, listen to us. We're not here to tell you negative things. We're here to kind of help you guys out as well because we don't want you guys to, get involved in any crazy things.
Sloppy, I have something beautiful.
No.
I have something beautiful, Sloppy.
Oh shit. No, it's not better than me being my man thong.
What an interesting looking fellow.
So it was him, Zexio, right? The profile.
Yeah, we're all right.
He tried to say it wasn't, but we're like, nah, it is. It is.
I remember I sent a picture of himself and he was like, who's that? I'm like, oh, it's a predator I'm working on exposing. He's like, oh, tell me a bit about him.
Foreshadowing, Zexio.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing. How the tables have turned. He wanted my hat. I wanted a hand picture of Miss Coco, and now this guy is watching corn with 11-year-olds.
This is Miss Coco Bullet, everyone. Sloppy, this is who you groomed, Sloppy.
Oh my god. Allegedly, based on one image, one conversation I had with the decoy that he had, where they try to accuse me of being a pred and shit. I'm like, what?
It was like a hand picture, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was that damn hand picture.
Because Sloppy was like, if you're not Godot or Godot, then send a hand picture. And then he's like, well, that's kind of predatory. So Sloppy sends a picture of his hand.
I didn't send a picture of my hand.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I sent it to you. Just
it's
messing around.
But yeah, apparently asking for a hand picture is like proper groomy stuff.
Yeah, I was grooming that decoy.
You're grooming
but sadly, they were trying to portray that, and I was like, what? Come on! I have the whole conversation between me and that individual. Like, don't call me a predator, please.
The thing is, as this man was at work, he was on the phone to people over Discord, just like speaking the most shit. Can you imagine his co-workers? They must think he's a right speng.
Yeah. I get paid to talk to you guys, and I'm like, yeah, $15 an hour, I guess. Yeah, cool.
This is the guy that was going to steal everyone's girlfriends, bro.
Sheesh. That was my question, right? You guys say he's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or fiance, or whatever he has. Mm-hmm. He was still watching, corn with other people?
Yes.
That is crazy. We know who the girlfriend is too. We found her Instagram and Facebook, so maybe.
I figured.
Yeah, I messaged her trying to follow her, but she blocked me.
Oh.
I'm sure. I'm sure she's gonna do that. With
he's probably very paranoid and has preemptively told her, "Hey, some people from the internet are gonna try and reach out to you. Don't answer them."
It does make somebody worry, like I mean, if somebody reached out to Jirai and tried to message her, you'd have to obviously wonder what the context would be that would make him worry so much. That's kind of what has me on edge.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the image.
Yeah.
And man, he did say he was balding, and he did say he was losing a lot of weight because of the stuff. So he's a lot of loose skin.
He looks like Miguel, bro. He looks like
Miguel Miranda.
Damien. Yeah, he looks like Damien.
Show a picture of Damien and see if we'll compare it.
I haven't got a picture of him on my bloody files.
Miguel?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have.
He's got an arsenal.
Oh. Yeah. We knew it was him. And when he made that cease and desist letter to you, remember, Zexio?
Yeah.
And said it's not me, but it could be someone innocent.
I love that picture. So.
Oh man, yeah. Without the
Miguel's
glasses.
a fucking character.
Miguel Miranda. That's my name on my channel, Miguel Miranda.
Oh, Bog isn't. He didn't leave. His microphone got disconnected, so it kicked off.
Oh. But yeah, like most of the time when we talk about you behind the scenes, it's always like, man, like he's always in these situations. Like, how the fuck is he? He's the most normal one, and
I just can't seem to fucking get myself out of being around people like this. I'm like a magnet. I'm like a fucking magnet.
Real sexy one.
Because it does make me wonder what it would have been like had I not met Godot.
Boring.
Yeah, you would have been in our group. You would have been a little racist, and that's it. You wouldn't be hanging around with lolicon guys and 11-year-old porn watchers and stuff like that.
I've made some very provocative racist jokes behind the scenes. That's maybe my worst crime, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Like we say some pretty fucked up shit. So that would have been the least of our worries if he would have been saying some racist stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not one of these people that's like, I'm going to expose this person for saying something racist or saying, KYS or stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. It honestly doesn't matter. If you're doing stuff with kids, then that's a different story.
I understand, but yeah, it sucks that you're the one that has to kind of speak out of your group for it because.
Oh yeah, I know.
Godot is hiding.
It's not even something that I should really have to do. I shouldn't even be here. Mm-hmm. Really. I quit. I got out of the fucking game ages ago, and I just was helping him out with the live streams every so often and running his server, whatever.
Yeah, but they're always gonna most likely if Zexio does something crazy, I'm sure I'm gonna get the brunt of it. Like, oh, you're hanging out with this type of individual. What the fuck? Or, so it happens. That's why I try to tell Zexio, if we're gonna talk shit, some racist shit, let's say behind the scenes a lot more often. On stream, but there's times that we, his anger gets the best.
I would never do anything to harm you, Sloppy.
No, not me.
Oh, I would never do anything to harm our relationship.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, yeah, me neither. So we have continuous conversations behind the scenes about stuff.
But sorry, my mic keeps cutting in and out, guys.
Also over the last couple of weeks, we've just been having autistic conversations about Lego.
There you go. Right?
Yeah.
No, it's not pedo adjacent.
Lego
is pedo adjacent.
Don't let Godot get any Lego. He might start making underage Lego characters or some shit.
She's aged up, Zexio. She's aged up.
Yeah.
Lego
right.
CSAN.
Or don't let him play The Sims. He might find some dodgy mods for Sims.
You need to sit down. I'm sorry to tell you this.
I think it's too late.
He does actually play The Sims.
It's over, man.
I'm sorry, it's over.
Well, doesn't he virtual do the virtual stuff, right? Or
VR?
Yeah.
religiously. You cannot get him
Yes.
out of VR chat.
Yes.
He's in VR chat all the time.
Is he dressed up as like a diaper wearing lizard or something? Or
I don't know about that, but I have heard a pretty credible claim that he has. I have seen this character. It is kind of one of those borderline, looks kind of underage, but looks like it could be a young adult type girl character. But here's the interesting part. Somebody claimed that they had seen. You know how these characters like load in, like oftentimes they'll like load in like the base mesh of like the character will load in and it'll be nude, and then the clothing will resin, if that makes sense, right? Or like the clothing can like clip and you can see what's underneath. According to this person's testimony, the character that he was using, which is again kind of meant to be like kind of possibly underage looking, had private parts modeled underneath.
Yeah,
And
there was apparently an instance where it was clipping.
yeah, and the interesting thing is that when this was brought to our attention, some of us tried to find where this model originated from, and somebody found that the world that this model had been apparently made in had been shut down.
oh man, yeah,
I don't know if it was shut down for any nefarious reasons, but it certainly does make you think.
Sloppy. So I reported a predator to the police, right, from the UK. I requested transcript from that call, and this is what the motherfucker sent me.
Oh, is that the Epstein files?
I was about to make the same joke.
What's that?
That's funny.
That's honest to God what they fucking sent me.
I love the idea of just wasting an honest citizen's time by just sending him an entirely blacked out document.
I have bad news. The predator that you talk to no longer exists.
Good.
He is alive and well in Israel.
Oh, never mind.
Alive and well in Israel.
Yeah, but yeah, hopefully he doesn't coward and maybe he confronts his allegations. But from what I see, most likely not, because there's a lot of you guys that know more than us that most likely will confront him about certain situations, and you will see him kind of try to wiggle his way out of these allegations, claim that it was aged up or claim that he didn't do it. There's no proof. You don't have no video. You don't have no screenshots. All these people that said anything negative about me is not true because I was in VC with them and none of them recorded my conversation, so there's no proof. So all these are false allegations.
I mean, I've provided no proof to suggest that anything about him is true. All I've really said is my perspective in order to kind of clear my, because at this point, you know, I don't care about him. I'm clearing the name of myself and the other people who used to be with GodotBlend who just couldn't take the shit anymore. It just got fucking too much. It got too much. And it was every day.
No, but yeah, I'm sure he's gonna try to put you under the bus, say that you knew or you knew all these things, but you let me, and so you're at fault too, or some bullshit like that. I don't know. He might try to kind of push it on you guys too, that you guys knew about it and you guys just stayed quiet or something.
I mean, I know what I know and I know what I don't.
Yeah.
I can't, like, there's a lot of things that just he's very tight-lipped about and will not open up about. So, you could even ask him, you won't even get a story. And the problem is when he went to Wendy just had more questions. And when I had seen Wendy talking about me, it was like, I don't care if Rev does this to me. I'm not scared of Rev. And I thought to myself, I haven't even spoken to this guy. So I reached out and we had a conversation and it was pretty civil.
Yeah, it's sad because it gives a tarnish on people now. Like a couple of people might be like, "Oh, see, Godot was a mean person. That's why he's getting his got whatever." And it pisses me off, man, because I was always saying good things about him because I didn't know much about him besides what I see and what he was trying to do to help kids and stuff like that. But it pisses me off that he was doing these shady shit behind the scenes. And I'm over here talking on my stream saying, yeah, he seems like a good guy, blah, blah, blah. So now I look at like an idiot for fucking, saying good things about him, which Sexual always told me, like, you don't have to do that. But because I'm a little bit nicer than Sexual, and I like to, say nice things sometimes.
I got made out to be the guy that was completely irrational. And I've always been the fucking rational one that can actually have a normal fucking conversation with people.
Yeah, that's why I've never had anything negative to say about you. I always say that he gets involved in gets in the middle of certain aspects of some of the things that we criticize, but he's not the center point on anything that we talk about. It's mainly the people around him that do some.
And I mean, for sure, it had somewhat of an effect because it made things, a lot more difficult. And I don't fault you guys for doing that. Obviously, you're making a live stream or a video based upon what you see it as. You're seeing it as like surface level. I don't think there's a problem. And I feel like if he had just talked about it, then we probably wouldn't be here. I suppose I am at fault for saying just like, I'll wait until some evidence pops up and then talk about it. But really, I'm like I say, I'm here for the sake of myself and the people that I care about. I'm not here for him.
Yeah, we
like defend him.
Yeah, Zexy and I personally, we don't attack people. I think the only guy that's been threatening you guys is Mark. I think from what I hear. So, and that's unfortunate because why is he gonna do stuff to innocent people just because they call him out for?
He's got people potentially fearing for their own lives and their own personal information, and it's scary. And I mean, it didn't even like the crazy thing is, it didn't even have to be this way with him either. I just said to him like, I can't be your friend anymore. This is too much for me now. This has crossed my own ethical and moral boundary.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta put your foot down when it comes to.
Because once I'd removed what was left of the Godot Blend server, I'd pretty much just focused on just hanging out with people who used to do this sort of stuff. Some of them still do, they do that on their own time. I really don't. I don't proactively look like I used to. There are people that I know Bog still does to some capacity, but maybe not even as much.
Yeah.
I think we have Godot Blend fatigue now.
Yes.
At this point.
Very much so.
And it sucks because we had something potentially good and it was bringing in a lot of people, and we had respect. And I don't know if I've lost respect in the community. Honestly, I don't even really know that I care anymore because it's just, I'm just a guy now. I'm not going to be making any videos or live streams. I might be present to talk about things that relate to Godot Blend or relate to me. And that's honestly kind of it. And if people message me on Discord like, hey, do you have any evidence about, this pedophile? It'll either be a yes or no, and then I'll send it straight over if I do. Because I still have a lot of it saved, and I don't think that I plan on deleting it at all.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. I fully agree with you, and it's unfortunate that you're going through this with them, and hopefully Godot doesn't become a coward and hide like all these other predators. I'm not saying, well, I kind of am saying he's a predator because if it is true that he was doing this stuff with, not doing stuff, but watching porn with an 11-year-old, and that's pretty fucked up. I don't know how many times. I don't know if it was just a one-time thing or he did it continuously.
I honestly have no idea. I don't know how many times he'd done it. I don't know if he had known that she wasn't an adult. I have no idea. I know about as much as everybody else does, and that's honest to God the truth. I took it in good faith when I knew him that he was being honest. But the problem is he's lied to a lot of people who used to respect him, and they've lost respect for him.
Yeah, because there's a lot of questions I want to ask, but because you're not the person that I need to ask, that's why I say that if Godot, one of these days he, hides from his under the rock or wherever he's hiding, and confront his allegations head on. There's a lot more questions to ask, but I can't ask you the questions because, like you said, you're not Godot, so I can't.
I've honestly had to do weeks of schmoozing with people who were told to be hugely fearful of me and what alleged abilities that I that I apparently have to find where people are and this, that, and the other. Oh, Rev will ruin your life if you go and talk to him. And it's just like, I'm really not interested in people who don't do things to children. I'm really just not. That's not my focus whatsoever.
Right.
And I always warned Godot that this, if it ever came out that he was a pedophile, he knows exactly where I'm gonna go. He's known that since day one. I told him straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we're sitting here now debating whether or not it is true. I don't think we'll ever know. And I think that's the honest to God truth. I don't think we'll ever know.
Mm-hmm. Because if he is, there's an easy way to locate him if he's registered in the state of Texas to vote.
Yep.
They give out their addresses. That's how people go to your house and knock to kind of. Well, you don't live over here. Bog, do you? You guys are all from the UK?
I'm not from the UK, but I am not from the States either.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. So people register their affiliates, right? Democrat, Republican, and that's how you're able to go campaign at people's houses because you know where to campaign because they'll tell you right there this household is Democrat, this household is Republican. So if he's registered to the state of Texas as a Democrat or Republican, then his address is there, unless you guys have it. But if you guys don't have it, then we were able to locate it.
Oh, Bog, you've been identified. What have you done?
Oh no, I must go.
What did you do?
Where am I being identified?
In the live chat, you've been identified.
No.
Oh no, they found me. He's correct.
Run, Bog, quick. Run.
I thought I would never be found out.
Delete your channel, quick.
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, some
Wait.
people know you.
So, Bog, you Somali or?
There may be some sort of leering center that they're investigating right now, so I cannot confirm or deny.
You are
the
on
Mexicans
you.
right now. You're done, bud.
Man.
Well, in that case, if you're Somali, I do have a picture of you.
No, sir. Please.
Please.
Do not show, sir. Do not show. No.
Oh.
That's why he's smart.
Yes, the light bulb head.
The Somalis, they have the biggest heads on the planet.
You crazy.
Some would say they are Yakubian.
Yes, Yakubian.
Yakubians. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have much more to say.
No, I think I think this is kind of it for him after this because if he doesn't, I mean, it's is the guy a pedo? I guess is what everybody's going to be wondering, and the honest answer is at this point, I don't know, and that's what worries me.
Yeah. He seems like he was very sexual towards a lot of the girls in your guys' server, from what people claim.
I have heard that he has some phone numbers of some of these girls, so on and so forth. I have heard some of this stuff. Whether or not that is true, of course, is open to interpretation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but besides that, I gotta go. Rev,
Sure.
Bog, Zexio, Chupapi,
Yep.
I'll talk to you.
I've got to go too, bro. It's getting late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good
Talk
one.
to you guys. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Rev. Thanks for joining us.
For sure.
Bog.
No problem.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go and build Lego now
Oh yeah, you do that.
and enjoy my pedo adjacent media,
Oh yes, sir.
like Bluey and
Bluey. That's
Bluey and
people's
Sonic
number
the
one.
Hedgehog.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Tank Engine.
Yeah.
don't forget
Roblox, Minecraft.
Minecraft. Oh yeah, that 3D Minecraft stuff. Peppa Pig,
Peppa Pig, yeah.
Family Guy.
Family
Yes.
Guy better with Jason? I suppose it is. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna go make some Go Animate video. Go do Go Animate now. I will be
I love
converting
that,
this live stream into a Go Animate grounded animation.
Oh hell yeah. I wish that Godot was my father because free drugs.
Ah, no. See, you know that's unrealistic because Godot would never be pictured in the same picture with his child. So
Bruh.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining, boys, and
For sure, I'm gonna head out.
yeah, hopefully we get to speak soon again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. See you later.
You have a good one.
Peace.
See ya.
Thank you for joining, everybody. I'm going to end the stream here. I'll be sure to update the Godot blend thing on my website. Thank you, Zexio. Thank you for joining. Bye, Sandex. Thank you, y'all. Take care, Zexio. You too. Thanks for joining too. And also to this guy, thanks for those funny images. This is my number one favorite picture. That's going to be my new Discord profile picture, actually. For sure. For sure. Good night, boys and girls. Have a good sleep. I know I definitely am after this stream. Same time next week. Hopefully not. Peace out, broskies.